evening, everyone out there in internet land. Welcome to as close to Halloween episode as we're going to have here for Burning Bright, our Bladerunner RPG actual play on Happy Jack's RPG video and podcast. This is session 6.
Yes.
I got it right. Good. That's awesome. I will also like to welcome you to... I have some updated titles for a certain celebrity chef's show that I'm representing this evening. Circuitry, Cybernetics, and Chrome. Bytes, Bolts, and Beyond.
Yes.
Neon Nosh. Or Electric Eats.
Oh.
And all of them are pretty good.
Yeah. I like Neon Nosh.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I like Neon Nosh and Electric Eats, like one title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that works. That works. Technically, Electric Eats has a colon and a continuation. Uncovering cybernetic dives and techno diners,
Oh.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
which is also pretty good. I also, in the spirit of this game, I had to ask an AI what Flavor Town was going to be in a cyberpunk future, and it gave me a whole ass dissertation.
Oh no.
And it was delightful. That's the extent of how long I can wear these sunglasses inside at night, because I'm not that cool.
You gotta do that thing where you put them up on your forehead
Oh, yeah.
instead of just taking them off.
Or the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
the
one.
There it is. There it is.
One.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I can tell you're still there.
Oh.
Yep.
God.
Hold on. I need to roll a sanity check.
I know. Losing it. Man.
But yeah, it went through a whole thing that was like, if in the Blade Runner future, Guy Fieri went on to open Flavor Town as like a theme park,
Oh.
and it was like, it went into detail about attractions and
It wrote
Dining.
UNAU.
yeah, and I was just like, this is outstanding and amazing and also horrifying. Which is kind of the tone we go for here. So, I'm CADave. I didn't say that yet. Just to let everybody know, this started out a little lighthearted. It's probably going to get a lot darker. This is a mature-rated game. We are leaning into some possible violence that's coming up, various directions. Possible repercussions for things that you guys have done so far. And then
I didn't do anything.
if everything works out tonight, I'm going to reach down here and I'm going to pick up this white binder. And inside the white binder is where we step out of the pre-made adventure and into the next bit of horror that I've come up with, which is probably going to be worse.
Yay!
Because I don't get to stretch those muscles very often. I usually end up having to be the friendly family dad in games, so that'll be fun. We do, however, use safety tools. Everybody here, we all believe in safety tools. We have digital X cards that we can hit on our little tables. We have done a Lines and Veils document before we even sat down to start making characters, because we want everybody to have fun with games, not torture each other, because that's not the vibe, right? Just have fun, be comfortable. It doesn't have to be about being a bad person to be a good gamer. Even if that's what your character would do, you can move on and do something different. Let's go around the table. I almost forgot. I don't remember where we were last week, so we'll start with Sam.
Hello. As you just heard, I'm Sam. I use she/her pronouns, and I'm here to play Kestrel, who is going to probably be a battering ram in about 5 seconds once the game starts. She is an enforcer and a rookie, and just so pleasant.
She really is though. Hi everybody, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Haru, who uses they, them pronouns. Haru, who is a very normal Nexus replicant, nothing to be concerned about, and they are an investigator, and like all very normal Nexus 9 rookies. they're a rookie. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Cousteau. Can't look at you. Use he, him pronouns.
I'll just hide behind the camera.
I play Fjor, who also uses he, him pronouns, a veteran Cityspeaker who is never ambivalent about anything with anybody. Ever.
That's wrong. Now, what are you?
Yeah, so I am Joey, and I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Gavin Huxley, regular human fixer.
Still the only human in the village, huh?
Yeah, I burned that village down, apparently. I am a surprise replicant. Oops, replicants all the way down. And it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm doing get help.
We are doing
Yes,
get help.
you're in the middle of doing get help.
Yes.
Forgot.
Right.
Yeah, it turns out that this is what happens when somebody reads the rules of werewolf wrong. And everybody ends up a werewolf, so my bad.
Oopsie.
Everybody's all replicated. That's fine. So let's do our little recap from last session, and at the same time, we're gonna go through some promotion points and humanity points. So let's see. Let me get my little where everybody went at which.
This is, of course, the moment where my iPad decides to update.
The opportune moment.
Oh,
It's usually when I'm trying to connect to a Discord meeting at work.
Mm-hmm.
there we go. So we started off last session with the end of the time at Lilith Memory Labs, where you all set up a way to extract a bunch of the memories. So you have a couple of copies of these various memories. Kestrel also set up a sort of backdoor remote access to their computer system for the future in case you get to wanting to do something with it.
For convenience.
Right.
Not crime.
For sure. I would give. Well, I think you guys, especially with the memories, you would probably get a humanity point for that.
Yeah.
You'll probably get a humanity point for setting up a hack to maybe ruin this operation in the future. I think we'd already done promotion points for the investigatory stuff that you did there at the end of the previous session.
I think so. Yeah.
So like,
Because you asked us, like, yeah, when we were doing those points, what we're sending off, and I think we said everything.
right.
Yeah.
So yes, we did that already. So it's just the last little bit that was there, and then you moved on to go have downtime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then during downtime, I think you interacted with your key person.
Yes.
You interacted with your key person.
Correct.
You also interacted with your keeper. You all get a humanity point for that.
Yay.
Yeah.
What did I do?
You interacted with your key memory.
Oh, that's right.
So
right.
you get a humanity point for that.
Okay.
They're just flying fast and furious.
Racking them up.
You're very good.
Then the next shift after downtime, you guys went to the Hollywood sign.
Yes.
I would give you both a humanity point for not just taking out the replicants that were hiding there to try and leave,
Yeah.
and not reporting that anybody was there. It's 1 point.
Okay.
Then Haru, you went to
Doc Badger.
Doc Badger, and you found out about that he could take scans for memories, replicant memories.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that put you closer to your memory?
I think it will. I'm
Okay.
okay with that being just a
Okay.
break even, nothing of
Sure.
consequence in that department.
If you end up using that in the future, you can get a point for
Yeah.
it. That's fine. And then you went to the bus stop.
Yep.
I'd give you a promotion point for that because you shut down that possible egress route.
Just doing my job.
And then you all sort of
I don't know what that was. Continue.
coalesced around going to this apartment, safe house.
We went to
No.
the
We went to the
Aurelian.
Aurelian again.
Oh,
Everybody went to the
Everybody-
butterfly.
Aurelian.
that's right. I almost forgot. So there was more Aurelian visits. He gave up the information about the safe house in exchange for the warning about getting out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys report the safe house? I thought that was all kept under wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for right now, since that's still sort of in process, we won't give out points for it. But that's where you discovered about the safe house. Off you went. You got there. There were because because of the discussion about send some guys there from Fjor. He had some guards stationed at the building when he hit the road. So the three of you landed a little ways away, and you're making your way up. That led us to the get help scenario to distract the guard. And then Fjor blasted in his spinner and landed right on the roof. And that's where we left everything, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's right where we'll pick up. There is Gavin on the ground, bleeding from the mouth, and a confused-looking guard standing there. Like, what? What am I supposed? I guess I just leave this person to die here because we're in the future where I'm not supposed to care about anybody. But he is definitely distracted.
Good. I will take any distraction.
Great. I want to sneak up on him, and put him in a sleeper hold.
Okay.
Preferably while angling his body towards that guy in the alley, so
one
that I
that
have
I'm
a meat
walking
shield.
I'm also walking towards that guy in the alley.
Okay. So, and are you also trying to be stealthy about your approach?
I was making it look like I was running away from the conflict that Gavin was running away from.
Right. Right. Okay. So you are trucking down the alleyway. We'll start with the sneak up and then
Okay.
we'll move to that.
All right.
So,
What am I rolling?
agility stealth,
Agility stealth.
and you will get advantage because of get help.
Okay.
You worked very hard. In fact, you collapsed your entire self-identity.
Right?
Sure did.
Fractured my psyche
Yeah.
for that
Right.
advantage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Get advantage on that. All right. Dice don't bone me, please. They did. We're gonna push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you guys are fired.
New dice.
New dice.
They were that bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come on, dudes. Do better. We're gonna push again.
Whoa.
Kestrel,
This is going
we
great.
already know you're a replicant.
I know.
What happens?
It just costs you that second point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The replicants have the ability to do it twice.
Yeah, we just don't have a lot of.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I failed 3 times in a row.
Okay.
The
Uh,
dice said no.
Yeah, then I'm
They
like,
did.
no.
So we'll say that you are skirting up along the side of the building.
Yeah.
And this guy is looking down at Gavin on the ground, but as you make your way up, you just catch the periphery of his vision. Right?
Okay.
And then he wheels towards you with his gun.
Uh-huh. Cool.
We will then initiate combat.
Cool.
So we get to, let me mix these up,
Real combat.
have an actual combat,
Yeah.
maybe. right.
Maybe this will be longer than the chase.
Maybe.
So there's an initiative.
Okay.
We'll put you in there too,
Cool. Yeah.
because as soon as that
Inevitably.
guy starts doing anything, the other guy's going to be active. We'll give one to Gavin.
Yeah.
And then we'll give one to Fjor.
Should you
Now,
decide
if
to
you
join?
decide-
Oh, we knocked the camera.
Oh,
Sorry. Did I knock it? Sorry.
no, that's
No.
totally me.
Oh.
Go, go, go.
More. Haha.
Looks
More.
good.
I fixed it. Everybody just went on a little journey, that's all. Oh, and I need to take one for the bad guys.
No.
Oh.
No, they don't
Uh-oh.
need to go.
Mm-mm.
They don't need to go.
And they're apparently going to go first.
No.
So it is low. Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
We're just going to go up the order. I mean, you can make them public. It doesn't have to be a big secret here. It's what order we're going in. And you can give up your initiative to swap it with somebody else that hasn't gone yet.
Hmm.
And they can't resist you doing that.
Cool.
Because you're letting
Oh.
someone else go first.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Cool.
But it can't be
The other
like
way.
a white elephant gift. Once it's been traded, that's that person's initiative for this round.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not, oh, well, I think you should go for, no, I think, it's not a no tag backs kind of a
Okay.
situation.
I get you.
All right. So, this guy is going to take, I didn't get his stats ready. I should have. He is going to try and take a shot.
Ugh.
It's not going to be advantageous for him because he is close range,
Okay.
and this is not a close range kind of fight. Where in the hey howdy? Here we go. So he's gonna have one of those, and okay. He got one success.
Okay. What do I do?
Here's where I should open up the combat part
Yep.
of the book.
That's where I'm going.
Because I think you can dodge.
Let's hope so.
Shoot firearm.
Really, book?
Resolution.
Page 201. That is not. Oh, I bet you it's 201 in the little tiny rule book that they give you with the module.
Oh. Yeah, the regular one is 70. The resolution of shot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's gonna inflict some damage. But the trick is, there's not 201 pages in here. Okay. Oh no, I was reading the wrong thing entirely.
Base rating.
I just have to get the rating on the weapon because it didn't give me that.
Yeah. Which one you want?
What page are they on?
The
Oh, there we go.
weapons?
I got it. So it's going to do 2 damage,
Okay.
Ooh.
and that's to your health.
Okay, and I don't get to do anything about that.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
Dodging gun hard.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It just becomes a. He rolled very well. I gave him disadvantage, but he rolled very well to hit you, so you take those 2 health damage.
Okay.
So it's not critical. Your health is higher than 2, right?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah. So you take a shot. It's like a through and through in your arm as you're kind of coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a little hurt, but you're okay. You're still fully able to do stuff, and your arm is not in any way restricted like that. So that's that first guy. The second guy is going to kind of become more alert. Like, what the fuck? Let's see how he feels about a random person.
What about, are you wearing body armor? Does that affect
Did you
anything?
actually get the body armor?
I don't think did I purchase body armor?
You had talked about it. I
I
don't
thought
think you
you-
actually got it.
I don't think I did.
No.
It's not on my list.
Mm.
I only remember the
The
punchy
glue.
death
Yeah.
gloves.
Oh right, I was waiting till we would get paid because I don't have any money.
Oh, that does help.
We're poor.
Okay.
We're cops.
So that guy is still like confused, and he's like, what the hell is going on down, like, now there's gunfire involved. He's not acting aggressive.
Cool.
And then the guy on the roof is still looking at you like, what is up, random police skimmer landing on the roof. But he's not taking an action.
Okay.
And probably the sound of the gunfire was even probably muted because of the spinner landing.
Excellent.
So he's probably not freaked out about something going on down below yet.
Okay. He just knows. Does he know I mean, I'm asking you as out of game. Does he know I'm coming? Or
Did you ask for word that you're coming to be sent ahead? Oh, okay. I mean, even if you didn't do it
Okay.
last game, if you wanted to have that be part of this, that's fine.
Hmm.
Like,
Yes,
I'm okay with it. Okay.
Please.
So he's not.
I mean, maybe I
shocked.
did, and I just don't remember. But I don't.
That's fine.
remember
That's fine. So he's not shocked that you
Okay.
are landing, but he's still like on the fucking roof. Okay.
Mm,
Subtle.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
mm.
So that distracted from down below, and that's all the bad guys.
Yeah.
Who's up next? Lowest numbers.
I'm 6.
4.
8.
7.
It's me. Haha.
Okay.
Fuck this guy up. So mechanical question. Since I
Shoot.
was trying to be covert, can I ambush this guy?
Totally.
Cool.
Like, he is distracted and looking past you.
I love this for me.
You're stumbling away. You can make a sneak attack. Oops, okay.
Yes. I live for those words. So Haru kind of like ducks, like, oh no, I don't want to be involved in this thing that I'm running away
Yeah,
from.
please don't shoot me.
Please
Yeah.
don't shoot me. Turns around with their giant blaster. Like gets past this guy, like fully, like pretends like they don't see him the whole 9 yards, and then once they're like 2 steps past him, turns around and is gonna shoot at this guy
All right. So that's agility firearms.
with advantage. Because of the
Yeah.
ambush?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to remember how to roll dice. And the advantage is my agility, right? Or is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would double your agility.
Sucks to be this guy. That's 2 successes.
2. Okay.
Nice.
So I believe you have inflicted a critical injury.
Yeah. And
Nice.
my crit die is also a 12 on this big boy gun.
Okay. So the first thing is he's going to take I'm assuming you're using like the big 44.
Yeah, it's the 2.
Yeah, okay. So that's 3 damage because it's a crit. And then you get to roll on the critical injury
Which I'm looking at right now. I'm
table
ready.
for piercing on 73.
This is gonna be brutal. But for a wonder. Oh. He's losing an eye.
Ooh.
Disadvantage on firearms and observation for a
Okay.
month.
All right.
Yeah, Haru just spins around and just fires it off. Fully icy.
I think at the last second, he probably just got that sense that somebody was behind him, and he started to turn, and you got him like across here and the bridge of the nose, and took out
Yeah.
that right eye.
Mm.
Probably heard the spin of Haru's boots.
Yes.
Yeah, you hit the one clean piece of pavement, and it squeaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that rain. Gotta do something about it.
So it's firearms and mobility. No, and
Observation.
I think his observation time is pretty much done.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna be seeing much for a minute.
But he is still alive. He is not completely dead. All right. So that was 4.
I think it's Fjord.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So at this point, why don't you roll an observation? So intelligence observation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just to see if you hear over the cooling down of your spinner the second gunshot.
No.
Okay. So you were unaware of that downstairs, but you're standing there across from this guy who's there like, hey, buddy,
Mhm.
how's it going?
Okay, so is he armed? Can I tell if he's armed?
Yeah, he's got a rifle looking thing.
He's got a rifle. Okay. I tell him, you know, the Aurelian sent me.
He said somebody was coming by.
I'm here to give Leah a chance. If she comes with us, she'll get an escort to the underground. Otherwise, this is basically a death squad.
Listen, buddy, I was just said
yeah.
to stop anybody from coming up from down below.
That
So,
stands.
You go talk to her. She's inside. I'm not gonna get in your way.
Good. I don't recall in the book, so I'm just gonna ask you: are we able to remote control our spinners at all? I don't think I read. I don't think I read.
You can send them away,
Send them away.
like recall to police headquarters.
That's fine. Okay.
You can summon one remotely as well.
To us, and that's it. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, if you wanted to do something complicated, like try and crash it into the people on the ground, or
No.
something, that would involve a roll.
California David.
I'm not offering advice. I'm just saying, in a hypothetical.
The full name.
Yeah. I deserved it.
Okay, so limited maneuvers unless I want to turn it into a bomb. Okay.
He's
Well,
wanting Joey
I mean, if you want
clutch
to
his
do
pearls
something
again.
more specific, like let me know what you want to do, and we'll, like if
Gotcha.
it's complicated, it'll be a roll. to
Okay.
Do that.
Yeah, no, it's not complicated. I was just curious, but all right. So if he's not going to stand in the way, then
He kind of gestures at one of those
okay. Which way
door
to
access rooms.
Leah then?
He's like just down one floor, and you'll see it's apartment 16, I think.
Okay.
I told you. I don't remember.
Apartment sector 4, top floor with fire escape.
Yeah.
Did not give a apartment number.
Well,
We can say it's 16.
probably should have, and I think it was 16, but I'll
Take
find
your
it
word.
in a second.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean. My notes say apartment 16 right now.
Like they
As of
always
this very
have.
moment.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go down to 16.
If you want to put a F, map F,
Map F.
I'll pass that over to you. You can see it's that top floor apartment.
Okay. And okay, so all right, so my entrance is like right into the hallway.
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
You basically come down the stairs from the roof, and it's right across the hall.
Is there like a peephole in the door, or can I just like knock and go in?
I'm sure there probably is a peephole on the door. This is an older building, so
Okay.
it's not like it's not all wired up for video and all
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Okay. First, I'm gonna just listen at the door to see if I can hear more than one per how many people. Maybe tell how many people are in the building.
Well, I'll tell you without a roll.
Okay.
You probably don't hear anybody.
Okay. Then I'll
Like
just go
whoever's
in.
inside is being quiet.
Okay. I open the door slowly.
Okay.
Walk in.
You get the door about halfway open, and then like it hits Leah's foot, and she steps around the door with a gun. She's like, "What do you want?"
I'm here to get you to the underground. But you're gonna need an escort.
Who sent you here?
The Aurelian sent me.
Okay. I have another passenger.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine. He got hurt a little.
I think I know about your passenger, but it's a little more complicated than just taking them to the underground.
I could send extra money.
What are they to you, Leah?
Like I said, a friend of mine that I need to bring with me.
All right, you and I need to talk, and we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to check out this would-be passenger of yours.
Okay. She looks pretty nervous, but she steps back from the door and lets you in. And inside the apartment is actually fairly... It's old. A lot of the furniture is dusty and dingy looking. But at one time, it was a luxury apartment. Like, it's clear that there's stuff inside. There's like a grand piano. And there's some space inside. The sofas had dust covers on them that have been pulled back. And laying on one of the sofas is a man, and he seems unconscious. But he doesn't seem like particularly wounded. He's just unconscious.
And why are you wanting to take this guy with you?
I remember him. So he needs to come with me.
And what do you plan to take him?
Well, just
to?
with me away. He can come with me.
That's possible. But before we go, I need you to consider another option, probably one you hadn't considered before. And the only reason I'm proposing it is because I'm probably the only one in this building or outside the building that knows what happened to you.
Oh, okay.
You remembered something that happened to you? Something from your past? Something you thought was your past?
Yeah.
You remember when it happened?
A long time ago.
Was it at the snake pit?
No.
Before?
Yes. And she's like, the more questions you ask, the more she seems to be self-confused.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's having a hard time with time dilation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like she's having a hard time placing where in her memory you're asking about. She's like, this and that. I don't know which one came first. That
Mhm.
kind of reaction.
So that confusion you're feeling is natural because you were given traumatic memory. What was done to you was horrible. You're not yourself. And I went through the same thing, but not as traumatic. But I'm the only one that understands what you're going through as far as going through that part. But you need to listen to someone else who went through the same thing, because she can She can help you get out of here without getting booked, arraigned, and retired. All I'm asking is for you to listen to her.
Okay. We'll take a break. We'll move on in initiative, and we'll come back.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
7.
We're doing some hand to hand. Hopefully,
Sure.
the dice are not still mad at me.
Punchy good.
It's a new roll. You can push twice again.
Oh God,
Use up all that resolve.
I don't have that
I'd
much.
say I don't think you can push twice again.
Nope. Did you hear that? You have to do it better this time.
Get good, guys.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
take it. It's an 11, so that's 2 successes.
Sure is. So here's the question. What exactly is your, like, are you running up to just start wailing on this guy, or are you trying to grab him, or?
So what I want to do is, he's got the gun pointed at me. I want to grapple the gun hand and pull it into me, so to drag him towards me, and then clock him directly in the temple with my armored gloves.
Okay. That sounds great. Okay, so just trying to break this down. So what we're gonna do it in 2 parts. So
Okay.
the first part is I'm not gonna say that you have taken the weapon from him. You just pulled him off balance for the punch.
Right.
And it's not aimed directly at you. Great. That's just an automatic. Cool. So what damage do your gloves do?
2 damage crushing.
Okay. So that's going to do 3 damage to him. And then we get to roll on that crushing critical injury table.
Okay, my critical damage on those matches my strength. Okay.
So a D12.
D12, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
2.
You've broken his nose.
Broken nose. Yeah, all right. I'll take it.
All right.
Make it so they can't see us do anything. That's great.
Yes. So you like step into the guy that just shot you, pull his gun hand away from him so he stumbles, and then you just punch him right in the nose, and just the nose just explodes, and he's just like, "What the?" Like sputtering in his own nose blood. It's a mess. But yeah, both those guys have taken 3 damage in this
Sweet.
round. So ta-da.
Hooray! I guess first question is, how difficult is it to fire into melee? How borked?
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
No, I have a plan B if it's borked.
No.
I don't think it's a problem, actually. It's just your roll.
The blaster is also at short range.
Mine has engaged. I have
You
the
have-
smaller.
Yeah, the little guy.
Yeah.
But I would say, as far as I'm concerned, in this scenario, because they're not like grappling with each other, they're not entangled, and they're not like dancing around. So it's not like trying to shoot somebody that's actively fighting back and forth. It's not going to be a disadvantage. You could make a roll. If you like critically fail the
Right.
roll, then we'll see what happens. I'll roll a die and
Shh,
see.
you didn't hear that.
You make it happen. But
Actually, what I think I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go with my plan B, and I'm gonna head to the fire escape and try to get up to the roof to try to.
Oh yeah.
so you just hop up, run to the fire escape, and just start
Yeah,
climbing.
exactly.
I'll say you get about halfway up
Okay.
because it's the traditional like up the ladder, back up the next ladder, back that kind. So you're about halfway to the roof
Okay.
from the ground. That's.
Perfect. I don't get a dash because I'm a replicant.
I mean, you had to stand up.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm.
If you weren't laying down, I would be like, yeah, okay, you get farther.
Yeah. It's all good.
I think that's a good start.
I'll take it.
All right. So that's the first round of this combat.
Woo!
Why don't you pass me your cards? I'll
Oh,
make
thank
them
God we get new cards.
I'd
You're
like
not forever
a
trapped.
lower number, please.
I'll see what I can do.
What is the highest number? Is it a
10.
deck of 10? Okay.
Yeah. Because the assumption is you're not going to have more than 10 combatants.
That would be wild.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be like if you have 6 players,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
and then you have like boss NPC,
Yeah. Big
and then
NPCs.
a couple of smaller, like 2 different types of smaller ones. You're already at 9. You know.
Yeah.
And one
Yeah.
swarm. of
Yeah. Just a bunch of mooks.
Yeah.
I say this is a person who regularly plans that size of combat, but still.
Yeah.
The rental rat swarm.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we need them. Ratatouille.
All right. Let's start over here this time.
Bucks, big bucks, no
Feeling
whammies, no whammies. Hey,
whammies?
no whammies, baby.
Oh.
What are you gonna do with that? Oh man.
Oh.
See you guys in 10 years.
I'll take
Oh.
it.
Oh.
Are you worse than the
I'm the
NPCs?
bottom of the round, baby.
Oh, nice.
Listen, Haru's just having a nice time. They're here to vibe.
Mhm.
I mean, you're reveling in the fact you got to shoot somebody
Yeah.
It's the first.
They're doing great.
today.
Yeah, as I say, this is not the first time they've shot someone, but it's the first time today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so number 1,
Yeah, I'm gonna continue with the fire escape.
you get up to the roof, and that guy is still standing
Well,
up there.
can I stop
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
at Leah's apartment?
Oh, and try and go through the window?
Yeah,
Okay.
or at least peer into the window and see what's up.
Well, you can certainly peer in the window.
Okay.
It's probably not. Hang on. Can I see that map again for a second? It's not the apartment like right at the fire escape.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you could lean over and look in the window. If you want to like try and leap through the window, it's going to be like an agility roll to get over there safely. But you can certainly lean and look.
Let's lean and look, and there might be an agility if it.
Okay. So through the window, you see in this living room the back of a sofa, and you see Leah and Fjor. And Leah's got a gun, but she's not pointing it at him. And I'm assuming you're not pointing a gun at her.
Not yet.
So they're just standing. It looks like they may be talking, but there's no violence going on.
Window, I'm assuming, is closed.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to like Mission Impossible your way in there, we can roll for that.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
New
So let's
Gavin
do
today.
agility mobility.
Agility, mobility. Okay, there's a D10 and a D8.
That's not bad.
No, that's I'm like, it's not impossible. It's just highly improbable.
Just don't critically fail.
Please don't. You climbed all the way up here.
Not critically failed,
Oh,
but
okay. All
it's
right.
a 5 and a 3, and I don't have any more resolve to push.
No.
So
Oh, okay. So you're at 0 resolve?
No. One.
no. Well, yeah. I mean, I've used the 3 resolve
Oh.
that I have.
Something gets to happen then.
Oh.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
you already.
I
Yeah.
remember this.
Yeah.
I lived this life
What?
in our first episode.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad
No,
possibly happened.
you've been on a very positive trajectory since then, so I feel very good about this.
Going up is not necessarily positive.
Uh,
You started from the ground.
I did.
where does it?
The critical stress.
Yeah.
It is.
Is it right up front?
It is on page 76. Maybe. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So. You will face a critical stress moment here.
Okay.
You roll your base empathy die
Okay, D12.
Nice.
against the table over here. So Go ahead and roll, and let's see what happens.
5.
5.
Oh. Don't love that reaction.
It's a good one. It's a good
Is
one.
it funny?
I mean, no. None of these are what I call funny.
I'm not ready to laugh.
I've seen things. You feel a strong urge to connect to someone emotionally, to talk to someone. It can be anyone around you. Roleplay this effect as appropriate. You cannot make any further skill rolls, and you will not leave unless your life is in immediate danger.
Oh. So, just so I can put where I'm at in the
So you peered in the window, and then we should have done this before. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
it's fine.
apologize, but now's as good a moment as any.
Yeah.
You just have this mental break where you just, I think, downstairs when you fell on the ground and you realized you're not a human, you jumped up because you're like in the middle of action, and you ran up here and you look over and you're just like, I'm not a fucking human. Like, like that moment of realization finally hit you, and now you just have this urge to emotionally connect with somebody.
Okay.
Like, have a deep conversation, whatever you choose to do, that's up to you. But at this point, you are essentially out of the combat until we finish up this scene.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. But you can be that person that's just like trying to talk to somebody else on your team, or the guy on the roof,
Tap,
or
tap, tap.
I was like, kind of
Yeah.
tap on the window.
yes, absolutely.
That's the plan.
Oh,
That's
I'm
what I
not
want
gonna
to
let you
do.
like
Wanna
Indiana
talk to the
Jones your
guy.
way in there, because that would be a skill roll.
Well,
But-
sure, but yeah,
but
tapping
you
on the
can totally
window.
just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would be as measured as.
No, it's definitely pounding on the window.
So there you go. So yeah, whoever you choose you want to try and talk to, that's up to you
Yeah.
next round. We'll
Cool.
still give you an initiative card, so that's when you can do
Do
your
my thing. Perfect.
Cool. So that was 1.
Nailed
and
it.
With that,
Number 2.
2.
Okay. So she kind of, you can tell she's lost internally.
Yeah.
Like, she is very much not functioning properly. She's just like, I remember him. He needs to come with me. I lost so much. I had a picture of him. I don't know where it is. Please.
I'm here to help, Leah, but there can't be any more violence. It's going to get you and this guy killed. You need to put your gun down and just listen.
Okay.
And so I take out my badge. I'm telling you, cop to cop. And I put it on whatever nearby table there is.
Sure. There's a coffee table there. You can
Okay. Yeah.
set it on. Why don't you do an empathy manipulation?
We're in trouble. He's saying no more violence.
And I'll give you
I'm downstairs.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
give
not.
you an advantage.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, so get another D10.
Yeah, your empathy rating, you get
Yeah.
the second one of it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put.
Oh, that's a 2. I thought it was a 6.
I
Oh.
wish it was.
You made a feather come out.
Oof.
Magic.
What?
She clapped her
I
hands.
clapped my hands and a feather
came.
launched out of my hands.
Oh.
I don't know how I did that.
It's like a
It's
I
like
fairy,
accidentally did a
delicate.
witchcraft. I'm
it's like a
sorry.
fairy clap. No, I'll take it.
Come on,
I look away
prestidigitation.
for 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Come on,
And you
normal
come to
things.
magic.
The eclipse is coming on Saturday, you guys. I'm all off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Normal things are happening at the table. Don't worry about it.
I'll take any witchy magic right now for these die. 1 success.
Okay.
Thank you.
When you pull out your badge, she kind of like laser focuses on it. And you kind of see that her face goes through a bunch of emotions in a awkward way, right? Like, it's at first you see like there's relief because I'm also a cop. We stick together. You're gonna help me, yeah. And then there's like a little bit of terror, but it's very. I guess the way I'm trying to describe it is her face becomes hyper animated with these emotions, right?
Mhm.
It's not an average person that goes through the like, oh, that's great, I'm relieved. Oh, wait, I should be afraid. It's like, like big faces. Almost like a kid, how they haven't learned to kind of regulate emotional
Mhm.
response yet.
Mhm.
And that's kind of the vibe you get. But she takes her gun and she puts it down next to your badge, and she goes, as long as he can come, he has to come. We can go.
I can't make any promises. All I'm asking is for you to listen and to let us talk. Let my friend talk with you.
I'll talk to somebody. Is it another cop?
She's another cop. She's a replicant.
Oh.
She went through what you went through.
Oh, okay.
But you have to put your gun down.
Yep. And she steps back away from the table.
So in my KIA, I'll just basically first tactically tell them like what I saw when I came over with my spinner, how many men on the ground,
Sure.
one on the roof.
Funny.
Engaging with suspect. And Kestrel, I need backup.
She's busy.
You know.
Well, yeah, but you can still get the message.
Okay.
Like even in a fight, you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And are you just typing it out, or yeah, okay.
That's it.
So
Okay.
it just displays on there for you. You can glance at it at will.
It's all
Gotcha.
good. I'm right there for backup.
And do I
got
hear
you.
you?
New best
Totally
friend.
fine.
Right?
Well, you just started hitting, like, as
Do
soon
I
as you
hear
get
the
to this
tap,
point,
tap?
that's
Okay.
when you start hearing thumping on the window.
Don't text and fight, kids.
Yeah.
So on this razor's edge that I'm walking right now, I suddenly hear
That sound of, like, a bird hitting a plate glass window, but just repeated, like, thong, thong, you know, that little bit of echo as the glass rattles a little bit. But that's when we'll move on from that.
okay.
So she's put down her gun. She seems willing to talk. Now the thumping.
Me, I got 3. I would like to knock this guy out, please.
All right.
Nice.
Go for another roll.
Okay. Oh,
no, he's fucked.
buddy. I got 4 successes.
4.
What's it like to not have a skull anymore?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Oops, all jello.
Is that 5 successes?
Is it 5? It's an 11 and a 10.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
5.
and a 7.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that
5
was a 1.
successes. This guy
5
is done.
successes.
Mm.
Wow.
Your message made me mad.
You're like, I need to get upstairs right now. Get out of my way.
Kestrel's always mad.
I'm fucking
Guy's
done with
an
it.
inconvenience.
Mad and more mad. Right
Yeah.
now we're more mad.
More
Okay.
mad.
So here's what's going to happen. You do 3 more damage.
Uh-huh.
You just punch him in the face again. Now you get to roll. Did you have 5 total?
5.
So 1 was just the hit.
Okay.
And then you have 4 more. You get to roll your crit die 4 times and choose whichever result you want.
Okay.
Here's the list.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good
You guys
list.
will have to help me
You wanna roll
remember the
high.
numbers.
Yeah.
High is murder.
11.
11 is a shattered pelvis.
I don't know how I'd do that through his face, but
Well, you hit him in the face. This
You
could
can
be a
knee him.
secondary hit. Or
oh, that's
whatever, yeah.
true.
Mhm.
But you can keep rolling.
Yeah.
Because you get 4 rolls and you get to choose
Yeah.
whichever.
Let's go choose the most entertaining. What's 1?
Your
Teeth
teeth
knocked
knocked
out.
out,
No,
yeah.
we're not doing that. I feel like that's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
12.
Hey.
Kill him. 12 is instant death. You have just punched through his face.
See, where he's going, he doesn't need teeth.
Let's see what the last one says. 12. The dice said murder.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said you wanted him to stop.
The fates have spoken.
So,
Oops.
you want to punch through his head or do you want to break his pelvis?
Well, I got 12 twice, so we're gonna let the dice
Okay.
do what they want.
So,
Sorry, guy.
I mean,
He did shoot me in the arm.
how do you want to
dare
crush
you.
his skull? You got 2, so I'll let you describe it entirely. Like, the camera is yours.
I think she's distracted. I think she gets a punch in that like knocks him out when she gets the text message, and she's looking at the text message and just punching him.
Oh, just
And-
like a repeated smash.
Oh.
And when
okay.
she finishes reading it, she's like, "Motherfucker!" She looks back and she's like, "Oh fuck."
The back of your glove is just covered in what used to be head, and now this man is no more. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take his gun.
you can absolutely take his gun. He has hold on.
You punched his face.
He has
Off.
an Ender assault rifle.
Ooh, what is it called?
Ender assault rifle.
Ender.
It's on page 179.
Okay. I'm gonna need another weapons area.
That feels right. Here it is.
Oh, I like that. That's a good
It's a
gun.
big boy gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it is capable of full auto fire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Put it
That
in
was-
perspective, this gun costs 3 Chechen.
That was.
Oh god. Yeah.
It's a very nice gun.
Is
You're
it street
saying-
legal?
With-
No.
Oh, cute.
Not at
Doesn't
all.
matter to her.
It has a detachable silencer.
Military.
Yes, it is. It is the most powerful gun on this list.
I feel like
Wow.
she like picks it up. She looks at it and she's like, "Ah, hello, old friend." I'm taking
Yeah.
this.
Good for her.
Why don't you roll intelligence observation as you're doing that?
Okay. D10. Okay. Observation. Two successes.
Oh, okay. As you're picking up the gun, you notice around his neck he has like an off-world military dog tag,
Oh.
just like you used to have.
Okay.
I don't know if you still wear yours. You could still have it if you
Yeah.
want, but
She hides it, but she does wear it.
it is exactly the same issue as yours.
She takes it.
Okay.
I think when she sees that, she takes it and she just kind of pats him on the shoulder. She's like,
All right. I will throw away the post-it note for the man with the broken nose. Although his nose is still broken.
Still broken.
"What's extra broken?"
It's over
the rest
there.
of him is broken too.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm the last one. You get to go now.
Oh. All right. So. Well, I think this man is going to try and shoot back,
Yeah, that feels right.
but he has disadvantage.
'Cause he got shot in the face.
Well, I'll have to roll again. Okay. He misses. So he keeps coming around towards you, and then because he doesn't see out of this side anymore, he shoots early. And the bullet goes whizzing down the road and it sparks off a building. But yeah, he missed. All right. And
Upstairs?
then guy on the roof has probably heard the additional gunfire by now because the spinner stopped making noise. So he's gonna hustle to the edge of the roof and look down. Let me just roll real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So he looks down and he sees that you're just standing there having just picked up this gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? I think by the time he ran over to the edge and looks over, he doesn't have time.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay? So now you can have your vengeance.
Ha ha ha. Haru looks down at this poor bastard. You could just run, and they are gonna shoot him again. You can just run, but I'm also gonna shoot you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That first one was a warning shot.
In the eye.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Uh,
Agility firearms.
Yep.
One success. I
Okay.
shoot him.
So that's an additional 2 damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you roll? This is gonna be a weird one.
Sure.
Roll firearms manipulation.
Okay. Yeah. I see you. Firearms. Manipulation.
And this is going to determine how effective your "you should just run" was.
Yeah. I'm gonna push.
Okay.
This feels worth it. And it was.
Yes.
I succeeded.
All right. Cool. He absolutely looks intimidated. He's now been shot twice. He's still standing, but he looks worse for wear. As you know, blood seeps out of his shoulder and his face is now covered. We'll see what he does next round. All right. Let's pass in the cards again, and we'll mix it all up.
Mhm.
And you could do this initiative with just a regular deck of cards. That part doesn't really matter. But since I have these, we'll use them.
Yeah, they're fun.
And we'll start on this side this time. If I can get them just apart.
You.
Failed.
What if I read it this way? Oh no, that's worse.
60?
No.
90? 60?
Mm.
Oh, all right.
Okay. All right.
9.
You're the speedy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fast talker, let's go.
So, I hear a rapid tap tap
You
at
do.
my door.
And I think Leah looks over there kind of nervous, but is kind of waiting for you to make a move.
He's with me. Although I wasn't expecting him. Still waiting for my friend, but he's okay.
Okay.
That's a lie in transition. And so I go. Are you at? Is he like at the window, or is he just like?
You kind of
Craned
just see
over-
his face and arm, like leaning over to the window.
You're a Muppet.
I don't
Yep,
say that out loud.
That's it.
So I
I'm a
walk over to the
replicant. I
window
feel like a
and
Muppet.
I open it. Get in here.
Oh, thank you. Thank God.
I'm sorry. Y'all did this to yourselves. It's time to implant memories.
What?
It's time to wake them up.
Really? Oh.
Oh. Wait,
Oh.
which Muppet is everybody?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Like-
now I want to know. I
that
want
was
to
too
know.
good.
I don't
Yeah.
want to say Sam the Eagle,
But
Uh-huh.
but
If the beak fits.
yeah.
Wow.
I could see an argument for maybe like Scooter or Kermit even.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I could see Kermit.
I could see Kermit.
Yeah.
I am the Kermit of my friend group for that reason alone.
All right. I'm sorry. I will X myself for tone.
That's so funny.
As soon as the Muppet thing came up, my brain just started down a side path. And I couldn't keep it inside. The whole thing. Muppet arms.
Yep.
All right.
Roll up my tattoos. Muppet arms are not made for these sleeves.
All right. How do we
right.
get started?
Okay, so you have let Gavin in the window.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. I thought I had to bang out there for hours.
What are you doing on the fire escape?
What do you think I'm doing here? I'm here to help.
Okay, all right. All right. All right. No sudden moves. She's unstable, but I might get her to surrender without a firefight.
Well,
But be on your guard.
what has she said?
She wants to take what's the husband's name again? Did we get his name?
I think we've just been calling him husband.
Yeah.
Husband?
Lilith's husband.
Yeah.
Lilith's husband.
Mr.
Yeah.
Lilith.
You mentioned
Mr.
Lilith.
Clearly, he changed his name to Tyrell.
Yeah.
Because it's a more prestigious name.
Sure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Centerpiece of her marriage, whatever he is. She wants to take him with. I'm gonna talk her down. She's not. She's really not herself.
Leah, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'm Leah.
What is it about this man that fascinates you?
I remember him.
Remember him.
I remember him. So he's important.
How do you remember him? What is your memory with him?
I remember seeing him.
When?
And she, again, looks like she gets increasingly flustered trying to figure out when. Like, when is not a question she's able to grok at the moment.
I think I'm going to keep pushing on the when.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, this is great.
Two broken robots having a conversation.
Poke
What could go
that
wrong?
wound.
Mm.
Okay. Hang on a minute.
No, that's fine, yeah.
We'll have that effect take
Yeah.
place when we get to your initiative turn.
So, Kestrel, what's your location?
You can reply.
Okay.
Since you're not actively
Gavin has entered the scene.
Gavin has
She's
entered the
like-
chat.
On my way, had to fight my way through a bunch of dudes.
It's a safe house. It's a normal setup.
You get kind of that like unamused face,
Mhm.
Whitey face.
all lines, judging you.
He's used to it.
Okay. We'll say if you want to start heading up, you can.
Okay. I mean, I don't want that guy shooting at me from the top of the thing.
Can we say I told her he came in through the fire escape?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
I mean,
send.
the fire escape would give you some cover from guy on roof.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she would text you, since I know you came on the roof. Can you call off the guy on the roof? I don't want to have to kill him too.
This is a delicate situation. If I leave, it could go bad. Just take this. Take
Solid
the fire
copy. He will die.
Okay.
Lady Terminator, let's go.
And the cheese stands alone.
Ah.
So that was one, right?
That's it. Yeah.
And then you're two.
I am too.
Okay. Time for the win.
Yeah.
She's like, she just keeps looping back into, I remember him. He's important.
Great, but the when is also important. How is he connected to you? How is he drawn to you? Or how are you drawn to him? How are you connected?
Why don't you?
I can't make skill
I
checks.
know you can't.
So
Why don't you just tell me what your manipulation rating is?
My manipulation rating is a 10.
Okay. So she's going to try and make an insight roll to connect. Her insight is worse than your manipulation, so she's going to have disadvantage.
Okay.
Right? I think that makes sense. Oh. No matter what, she got a success. On 3 dice, I each got a success.
Wow.
Wow.
I think, like, is getting a little more flustered, and then she moves very quickly and grabs onto both your shoulders and goes, "It matters because I remember him. I don't remember you." And like she's like actively shaking you back and forth like a bobblehead. Yeah.
Okay.
So she is one step closer to a even worse mental break.
Cool. It's a race.
Yeah, this is going really well.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3 is my turn. Haha.
This is how I get shot.
The dude standing in front of you, Haru,
It's gonna shoot.
like spins
Uh-huh.
and he lets his rifle go to his side. It's on a sling.
Yeah.
And he just starts full speed running up the street.
Good.
And he is leaving the combat zone. Yeah.
Good for him.
Smart guy.
The guy on the roof, I think at this point, is going to take a shot. Because that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some cover from the fire escape.
Yeah, she would be making the most of that.
So let me... Okay, so he has disadvantage because of the cover.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So he shoots like a spray of bullets, and they all ping off of this metal fire escape. But none of them hit you. And that's it for my turn. I'm just going to keep playing Lee as a reactive.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, with the guy running, Haru looks at the fire escape past Kestrel and sees the guy shooting down from the roof.
Yeah.
And just starts running towards the fire escape then to climb up.
Okay. I mean, the roof's not so tall you couldn't shoot back.
Yeah, they're not Kestrel.
Okay.
I would have thought to lay down some suppressing fire, but you're not me.
Correct. Listen,
That's totally fair. That's
yeah,
yeah.
they're not a soldier. Yeah, so they're just gonna run to the fire escape and start to climb.
Okay. So again, from the distance you ran, you're about halfway up.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Let's see. Am I in yelling distance of the roof?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to take a warning shot at this guy, and yell up to him.
Okay. Why don't we do it in 2 phases?
Okay.
Because technically you can take a couple of actions in
Okay.
the turn. I've just been kind of rolling everything into a narrative, but
Sure.
so you can shoot.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to shoot your new gun or your old gun or?
Yeah, new gun's bigger.
Okay. And it's totally in range, so you can roll your agility firearm.
Okay.
Come on, dice.
That's no.
3, right?
Is this a 6? Oh, that is a 6. Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Having dice problems.
Do you
I can't
want
read
to?
these dice.
Do you want to miss on purpose then?
Yes. And I want to make it clear that I'm missing on purpose.
That's cool. Totally. So your first success, I will allow you to get a very clear warning shot.
Mm-hmm.
With your second success, I will say that like it hits the brick like right next to where he's perched.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's a poof of masonry dust that flies up. Like clearly he would have been hit. And then your third success, I will give you advantage on your
Awesome.
manipulation to yell.
Okay. So it's manipulation and what?
And well, what's your angle? I guess. Let me ask that first. Are you just being
Intimidation.
okay. So again, just like I did for Haru, if you want to do firearms and manipulation,
I do.
I'll let you do that.
Do I get the advantage on the firearms or the manipulation?
Let's do firearms. Because that's the clear source of danger.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
Go.
Okay, that is 2 successes.
Let's go.
And what are you yelling to this person?
So this weapon clearly is like, it has an automatic function, but she takes like precise measured shots. And with everyone, she's yelling up to him, I already took out your friend. I don't want to hurt you. My coworkers are inside. Stand down.
Okay. That makes sense.
I would listen to her.
So we'll find out on his turn
Yeah.
exactly what action he takes. But for now, you feel like you were impressive enough to intimidate this person.
Sweet.
All right. At that point, well, I think it's safe to say that we can fall out of initiative because there's nobody actively trying to fight you at the moment. Because the guy on the roof is going to just be like, fuck this noise. And he's going to go down a fire escape on the other side of the building to try and leave.
Nice.
So you're heading up the stairs already.
Yeah.
You're planning to head up right the second.
Yeah.
We just put pause at the end of this, right?
Yeah.
That guy starts to run. I hit pause. You guys are still in the room. Leah has you by the shoulders, but isn't hurting you, just gently shaking. How do we want this to play out?
I will warn you all. Haru's intention is to get up there and point a gun at Leah.
I know.
I mean, that makes a lot
Fair.
of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the only reason you're asked you're willing to send these people was to protect her from us. That is Haru, especially
It's me.
So I'm just wanting. I don't know how likely it is now with Gavin in the room, but I was wanting Kestrel to make it in. You know, to give her a chance to talk and to let us take her to the underground to get off world. But, you know, at this point, if she's non-compos mentis, that might not work. That might not be feasible. And, you know, might feel, I mean, she's so off, I might be more concerned about Gavin's life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You know.
she's holding on, but it's a tenuous thread. Yeah.
So,
And I'm not helping.
yeah.
Keeping the
So-
target stationary.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she's got blood on her hands. This was just a chance for her to redeem herself and do something. But, you know, I'm ready to point a gun at Leah too, depending on how she treats Gavin.
So, unless somebody stops her, she's gonna just keep insisting he's important. I remember him.
Okay, I'll stop her.
Okay.
Like,
What's your angle for stopping her? Are you gonna like physically grab her? Are you gonna try and calm her down?
I'll say her name first, loudly. Leah, your memories are false. You don't remember him. Listen to me.
Okay.
That's the only truth right now. Look at me and listen to what I'm saying.
Why don't you do empathy manipulation?
Well, as usual.
Yeah, I mean,
Do a lot of this.
Like you talk to people a lot. It's not a problem I run into.
Like somebody who speaks in the city.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
Not a real thing.
nice.
Nah.
No.
What is this? What is
It's a 6.
this?
Is
Yeah.
it?
Okay, so I
Yeah.
got 2 successes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay. When you kind
what's
of
a 6 worth?
say her name
That's a
in that
9.
commanding
Oh,
way,
9. I'm sorry.
Still a
Well, I was like, thank you.
her like she's holding on to Gavin, but her head snaps to you,
Okay.
and she's like, I think her response is immediately like, if it's my memory, it has to be real. Doesn't matter if somebody else made it. It is me.
It is you. But how you interpret it, there's different ways, Leah. You have a choice. If he is part of a false memory, that memory is yours, but it doesn't mean he belongs with you. Do you understand? He is part of your life. He has meaning. But that can wait. Wait to figure that out. Right now, your priority needs to be survival because you've killed people. And in the law or on the street, that means you have a bullet coming, either from the law or whoever wants to avenge his wife. That's the truth. This is your chance to make good.
I think you feel her tighten her grip
Mm-hmm.
almost to the point of like it's gonna start to hurt, right? You're at that borderline of like this was a friendly, gentle shaking, and now she's not shaking anymore, but her grip is tightened to the point where you're like, this is gonna leave weird bruises to explain.
Gavin, you're in danger, girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But as she's maintaining eye contact with you, you just see a tear roll down her face. She goes, can we ask him if he wants to come?
Yes. But you have to be willing to accept the answer.
I don't know until I hear it.
Before you ask him, though, the only reason I'm here, Leah, is because I know what you went through. You're entitled to all the facts. When you talk to my friend, her name is Kestrel, then we'll see what questions you have for him. Does that sound fair?
Oh, okay. And she lets go, and she just sits right there on the floor. And she just kind of starts rocking back and forth a little bit. And you can tell her eyes are still full of tears. She's not actively weeping, but she's having big feels.
So I look at Gavin, are you okay? Are you okay?
That's a loaded question.
What is
Leah, where is your friend? I want to see if maybe I can talk to him to help make that connection for you.
And she just doesn't even look up. She just flings her hand towards the sofa.
this is so not Gavin.
Deuces.
I'm gonna make this so worse.
At this point,
Yeah.
you can get to the. Are you going up to the roof and in, or are you going to try?
Oh
and
no, I'm going to the
go through
open window.
Okay.
Can
You
I
can
just
come
make
through the
it-
window.
Great.
You're right behind.
Haru jumps in the window and that blaster is out and
Okay.
pointed.
I don't even think Leah notices
Yeah.
because she's just entirely inward focused, curled up almost, sitting there on the floor. Gavin is currently leaning over the sofa, like he's about to start talking to somebody or do something, and Fjor is standing sort of next to Leah.
Are you all having a tea party? We're gonna finish this.
We're gonna have a tea party for a little bit until Kestrel
No.
gets here.
What the hell's going on?
She's turning herself in. She's surrendering. But but I need Kestrel to help her.
Why would you take her in? We're just...
Just hear what
should
Kestrel
just
has
do
to
it
say.
now.
We're finding out the connection between Leah and this man. Whatever it is her whole motivation. It's got to be important.
It's in her memory.
Right, but the context of that memory is important.
It was Lilith's.
Sure. But that doesn't mean that it can't also be hers.
It's not. And Haru is like dead set, almost exclusively staring at Leah.
And when you say it was Lilith's, Leah kind of lets out a completely inappropriate giggle and says she had to pay for what she did.
And what was that?
She has hurt so many forever, even if they're still okay.
She had answers.
The only answers she had were pain.
You
And
just
she
didn't
kind
know.
of is
Yeah.
starting to look over at you.
You just didn't know what questions to ask.
Leah, all humans experience pain. Isn't pain what's going to make you more human?
Shut up, Gavin.
I think she is processing that.
Mm.
Like,
You mean to tell me that these fake memories make us stronger?
I'm not saying they make you stronger, but I'm saying that they could make you more human. Bad things happen to everyone, except automatons.
And you think nothing bad happens to us?
I'm not saying nothing bad happens to you, but I'm saying that having something bad happen to you isn't the worst thing in the world because everybody experiences something bad. I've experienced something bad.
What is going on with you, Gavin? This doesn't even sound like you. Even on drugs.
He's
this
having a
isn't-
bad day. He ate shit on the ground outside.
This is more than a bad day.
Plus, I wasn't expecting to have to talk you out of letting us take in a perpetrator.
Well, the situation is complicated.
Not that complicated.
I agree.
Let's wait till Kestrel get here.
That seems like a good idea.
That's a great
Time for me
idea.
to jump through that
Sure.
window.
And Haru's been getting
Busiest window in Los
closer
Angeles.
and closer and closer to Leah.
Sure.
What is Mr. Lilith's state of being?
He's laying there. He seems to have his wrists tied to his belt
Cool.
with like power cord. And he's not conscious.
Cute.
I mean, you could try and wake him.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I
Oh, I can't. No, I cannot.
No, you cannot. That's really funny, actually. I think that's very cute of you.
Wake up.
You're slapping your own hand.
You're like, hey, wake up, please. I couldn't tell you. Like, he doesn't look overly hurt.
Is he breathing?
Yes,
Okay.
he appears alive. He is just not conscious.
I will
And
take
with all the
that.
noise in the room, you assume it's not just because he's asleep.
I'll take that for what it's worth right now.
So when I jump through the window, can I see him?
You can see
Mr.
Gavin.
Lilith? I can see Gavin, but I can't see the dude.
No,
Okay.
you see the back of the couch.
All right.
But you see Leah kind of hunched on the floor, tears in her eyes, but not actively crying.
Yeah.
Haru standing there with a blaster aimed at Leah, and Fjor kind of mediating things out. That's what you get to.
I think she jumps in and just goes, I need a sit rep briefly. What's happening?
She's busted.
That's accurate, but she's put her weapon down. She's not a threat to us. We need.
Is the guy here?
He's here.
I got him here.
Is he alive?
I think so. He's breathing.
But depending on what counts for living in this city, yes.
All right.
Listen, we take her in. They're gonna do this anyways. We should just end it now.
Haru, cool down. Do your job and secure the weapon.
Yeah, better us do it than let them do it and repurpose her.
Where is this newfound sympathy for murderous replicants, Gavin? I know why I'm here.
So do I. She doesn't need to go back to Wallace. Decommission.
I think
Retirement.
in the confusion, Kestrel calmly walks over to the back of Leah, crouches down and puts her arm around her, and puts her gun to her temple,
Yeah.
and says, "I'm sorry. You did well. It's time to go," and pulls the trigger.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll let you get as far as to get the gun out.
Sure.
Does anybody want to stop this from happening?
No.
Nope. But I also feel like we're in a heated discussion, so we're not really.
Yeah, no, Haru's actually
Yeah.
talking to Gavin at this point.
Yeah. You guys are really having conversation. It's beautiful.
It's what I need. It's what I want.
Connection.
Yes, this is a real connection. A terrifying one for you.
Yes. Oh, best laid plans. Yes, I would like to maybe block check like that action. Like,
Sure.
What are you doing?
So let's do an opposed agility. In this case, it would probably be like you physically want to stop it, right? You don't want to be like, "Don't shoot." Do you want to try and talk about it, or do you want to try and move up and push the gun out of the way, or what's your action? Because that's going to depend on what we.
I mean, what's realistic? Like, how close? Kestrel, you're just walking right up to her?
She
Yeah.
does not appear threatening.
Yeah.
She walks over very casually, very slowly, and she does not pull out her gun until the last minute when she's already crouched down.
Oh, all right. So, all right. Kestrel crouches.
She
down
looks like
too.
she's going over to talk to
Like,
her
hug her from the
and
back.
give her a hug.
I would just probably not what Cousteau would do. What would Fjor do? What would my character do?
Lord knows I would not make the choices.
Right, though.
Yeah, that's what we commit to this role. We commit to the I think if I see you, and this was really like for you to make the call, and if I see you crouching down, I know it's gonna be, you're either gonna console her or you're gonna give her peace everlasting. But I would give you a look. Like, is this the way?
She does it anyway.
Okay.
She gives you a look back that's it's a little sad.
And I think that's a great place for us to take our little break. We have once again returned to you from elsewhere. Yeah. Leah has collapsed to the floor. A slowly spreading pool of blood. You have an unconscious gentleman on the couch. You're all standing there. You guys were in the middle of a discussion, but the sound of a blaster going off probably halted that for a moment. I have Velcroed myself to my fake arm. So there's the update. That's where we all
You're
are.
doing really good.
I
Great.
need to know.
But I leave it to you. What's
I think Kestrel kind of she gently lays her down. Like you can see she is very careful about doing this, and she would check her to see if she also has dog tags, kind of subtly.
she does not.
Okay. And she kind of lays her down and kind of positions her so she would be comfortable if she were alive.
She probably still does have her LAPD
PD
badge.
Yeah, I would leave that on her because presumably they're gonna come and get the body. And just kind of straighten up, dust herself off. Does that guy need first aid?
Well, he's breathing but unconscious. I'm gonna say probably.
We should call it in.
We should call the whole thing in. Hey, what the fuck was that landing on the roof?
Recon?
Subtlety?
They weren't going to be subtle if we just walked up and knocked
They
on the
let
door.
you land. What the fuck was that on the roof?
They didn't let me live.
No, they let you land.
Yeah, they shot at everybody else.
Well, I had the element of surprise. Surprised you, it surprised him.
Surprise me. Fuck me. All
Oh.
right. Well, calling the whole thing in.
That sounds good.
Whatever you've got going on, figure it out, because our job is to hunt people like this.
Yeah. We didn't need to kill her right away, though. I wanted answers just like you do. The only
Well, I don't get my answers.
Your answers are lying there on the couch.
He doesn't know shit all.
He might. He was her husband, right?
He doesn't even have its own last name.
Well, we couldn't stop her from killing Tyrell's relative, so he's as close as we're going to get.
Actually, we probably could have if we had caught her before then.
And how would you have suggested we did that?
I was trying. Then some people went a little rogue, pinned it on somebody else.
That was necessary.
Sure, the guy was an asshole, but everyone in this town's a fucking asshole.
Some assholes are bigger than others.
Yeah, he's an asshole with a megaphone.
Sure.
We needed to solve the crime quickly. That's what everybody
Fuck
wanted.
Wallace.
We can agree on that.
Agreed.
Speaking of which,
Oh no.
outside, you hear a lot of spinner engine noise. The window's open, so that's why you're able to hear this. And passing by the window, you see there's looks like. Have you ever seen Mercedes Maybach? Like Maybach is their ultra luxury
Yeah,
version of the
yeah.
S class.
Uh-huh.
It looks like the spinner version of one of those coming in and landing, and right behind it there is a big, looks like the spinner version of like one of those like police tactical
Yeah.
armored vehicles.
The things that look like giant Batmobiles, yeah.
Yeah. One of those big, heavy, like SWAT teamy kind of trucks. And they are both landing in the street right outside, next to the dead guy at the bottom of the fire escape.
Speak the devil's name and he'll come.
Let's just fucking get this over with.
Kestrel immediately starts logging.
Yeah.
Suspect apprehended, killed in action, kidnapping victim, injured but stable.
Sure. And, a couple seconds later, you hear people on the fire escape and a bunch of very large replicants, you assume, because they are all uniform height at like 6'8",
Cool.
and they are all wearing like this looks like some kind of carbon nanofiber
Yeah.
weave looking armor
Easier.
pieces, and they're all holding some kind of advanced rifle that you don't even identify
Nice.
visually anyway. They come into the room and they clock that Leah's on the ground dead.
Badge out.
They're not pointing guns at you.
Yeah.
But they, they're holding them ready. And then up through the actual front door of the place, in comes Quell from Wallace, who kind of looks at the scene and goes, "Well, at least you got this one."
I'm so glad you're here. I was getting ready to give you a call now that we solved the crime. And to be fair, we did also get the last one, unless you didn't read the report that we sent over.
Well, I read the report, and you'll notice that you got a commendation.
Yes.
I'm not so sure that that's exactly what happened,
We're tying up loose ends.
but it's advantageous to us, so we don't really have a problem. But it's good that you caught her before she tried to make an escape. And look, you rescued an innocent civilian. So it looks all aces to me. I'm not going to make a stink about this. You all performed very well. Everything understood?
Understood.
Perfectly.
Haru just shuts their mouth and looks over to Gavin.
Great. We're going to go. We'll take care of Leah. The LAPD can take care of Mr. Tyrell.
Doesn't that seem backwards?
We've got it handled. We want to see what we can find out went wrong before some low-paid coroner gets his hands on it.
Can't make any skill
Yep,
checks.
yep.
I'm so mad.
It's so funny.
I'll say you can, but you haven't gained any resolve back yet,
Mhm.
so there's no pushing.
Okay.
And if you fail, it could go spectacularly wrong. Okay?
What, you gotta add that?
Please do this.
I've got to. I have to.
Yeah.
I absolutely have to do this. I want to try to convince them to let us oversee Leah's postmortem.
Okay.
Using the idea that they have given a lot of funding to the LAPD, so not a low-paid coroner is going to do it, but some of the high-end technology they've allowed us to acquire,
Sure.
which will be a
okay.
great stress test for the new and improved LAPD brought to you by Wallace Corp.
All
Is
right.
the vibe.
Sure.
Do you hear that? It's the vibe.
Let's see. Let's see if they understand. So, empathy
Mhm.
manipulation.
Okay. Empathy,
That's our go-to here.
manipulation.
I'll let you pick empathy or intelligence.
Oh, empathy.
Okay.
Absolutely
Okay.
empathy.
You're so pretty.
So pretty.
Really?
A 4 and a 5.
Okay.
It's fine.
So that's just a
A flat, yeah, a flat
Just a
fail.
regular
I thought it was
fail.
worse. So
No.
yeah. If you'd gotten a 1, which is the origami on the official dice,
Mm-hmm.
then we would have had a bigger problem. But you did not. So in this case, Quell is like, that's not going to happen. And 2 of the big guys, like one turns around and the other one pulls like a Kevlar-looking body bag out of his backpack and immediately just kind of scoops Leah into it and zips it closed and then puts it back on his back.
can we at least get her badge and gun?
And the guy takes it off, and Quell's like, sure, I don't care. And he kind of unzips the thing and pats her down and pulls out a badge.
Her gun's on the table.
He also pulls out a little torn piece of a book, which is P, Clue P.
Blue
P
P.
is in Philip. Let me do the most difficult word.
Yeah, that's really. I was like,
Good. Yeah.
yep.
P as in pterodactyl.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's an excerpt from one of the poetry books that was in the park, the one with the torn out page.
Don't know if I can Zoom chat.
Like, so click it.
Enhance.
again.
Enhance.
No, just on the image
Quadrant B,
there, and see if you can. Nope.
sector 7. Enhance.
And then grab like the lower corner and kind of drag it. It can even kind of go off the page just to make the words more
Ooh.
legible.
Don't know how well that helps, but this is where we got.
It might be
Yeah,
okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't quite make it out of the tiny version of the
I
screen.
can read it. My hands are labored day and night, and ease comes never in my sight. My wife has no indulgence given, except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less. This earth breeds not our happiness. Another sun feeds our life's streams. We are not warmed with thy beams. Thou measurest not the time to me, nor yet the space that I do see. My mind is not with thy light arrayed. The terrors shall not make me afraid.
So he tosses that to the floor, and then he hands over the badge. She doesn't actually have her gun on her; it's on the table.
Yeah.
But then he zips her back up and puts her back on his pack, and those guys start to go out the door. Quill says, "I'll put in a good word for all of you. You've done an excellent job. Yeah, congratulations. I don't have to be breathing down your necks right now, so good job.
Thank you for your continued support.
Happy to do it. With the kind of reaction that this will get, that you have been so successful, it'll be easy to spin this into a great press storm for us."
So excited.
So happy to be of service.
And she turns and goes back out.
Poem. In case anyone's wondering.
Can I take a look?
Sure.
And she quickly kind of reads it and memorizes it and hands it back.
I'll take a look too, and I'll take a picture for
Sure.
evidence.
And you hear the vehicles outside lift off and leave. And then a few minutes later, you hear some LAPD units arrive, along with ambulance service. Not going to go full cyberpunk and have it be the, like, people buy memberships to ambulance
Oh
services.
God.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Well,
but-
he's a Tyrell. He'd probably have a pretty good membership.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing
Mhm.
all right. They're fine. But they managed to take him away, unless you guys specifically want to try and wake him here before they do. Okay, just wanted to
I
put it
think
out there.
so, yeah.
Okay, so they take him off, but again, he seems stable. It doesn't look like she hit him in the head. It looks maybe like she gave him something and he passed out. Probably to just make it easier to have him be compliant and not trying to escape.
Haru incorrectly logs the guy that they shot. Just logs like the wrong description.
Oh, the guy downstairs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
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 not
it's all good.
Yeah.
I was like, my brain was like, "You're gonna shoot him?"
No. No.
Oh my god.
And they don't say that they shot him in the eye.
Okay.
Everything else they log completely by the book, but that they completely obfuscate who this guy was.
Sure. So you can give a completely incorrect description.
Yeah.
No problem. Easy enough. And it's not like they're tracking your bullet use or anything. So
But they log it all by the book. Everyone else saw and heard the shots.
yeah,
They just leave out the details entirely.
sure. That's fine. So yeah. What shift of the day is this? Hold on.
That's a great
Fourth.
question.
Last shift.
Oh, so this was
Oh yeah, to the apartment.
at night.
Yeah.
Cool. So we will, at that point, it's been 3 shifts, so it's time for another downtime.
Yeah.
So why don't we, yeah. What is everybody's plan for a little rest and relaxation?
Nightclub.
Okay.
Specifically, shitty sex club.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, Kestrel is gonna go. Her brother Noah works as a bouncer at one of the nightclubs, and she's gonna go and seek him out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Gavin's gonna take some advice from an old song and fuck the pain away.
Yep. What we're doing over here.
Teaches the peaches.
Mm.
Yeah, just a moment of sulking and dejected, quiet, isolated moment of solitude and at home, aka my car.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, we'll start with Fjor. You are just kind of sitting in your car. You do manage to see in the very wee hours of the morning, you see that there is, at first it looks like a shooting star, right? Like there's a sort of a bright streak across the sky. And then it resolves into like a shuttle that comes down and it lands up at the Hollywood sign or thereabouts, because you can kind of see it up the hill. And after a few minutes, you see it lift off again and then just begin to gain altitude and go. I don't know if that makes you feel better, but you're sure that the people that you saw up there got on that shuttle and are going.
He'd probably just choose to believe it.
So you can have your resolve back if you're missing any. And then after we do downtime all around, I'll give you guys the next shift if you want to spend any of your points.
Yeah.
Buy some body armor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we finished a case. We should get paid, yeah?
Yeah, and promotion points can turn into Shinya
Oh, nice.
Oh.
also.
Is that how we get paid? Or
Uh,
do we get like a paycheck?
you will probably get a bonus, like a special dispensation for this case.
Sweet.
I don't think there's a mechanic about you get an actual amount of cash per
Okay.
day or something. I'll double check.
The coffers are running dry.
Wow.
Well, I only have 4 Shinyen back. left.
Okay. Well,
I started with 9.
He can only afford
Oh.
one crazy cool rifle.
I bought 1 pair of armored gloves and I have no money. Brick and I are eating ramen.
yeah.
You have a nice new pea shooter, though.
I do have a
Yeah.
very nice gun.
And you can always sell the gun.
She's already named it.
Sure.
Yeah. That's fair. More.
Already.
If times get tough, though, you can always go looking for somebody.
No, full
Well,
on
let's
love affair.
finish up this table.
Yeah.
So you're heading off to a club.
Yeah.
Are you interested in meeting up with somebody you know?
No,
or
I want to go somewhere where
completely.
nobody knows my name.
Uh-oh.
Very good. The anti-cheers.
Yes.
Uh-oh. How low?
Ooh.
If you want to leave it up to the dice, that's fine.
Yeah, let's leave it up to the dice. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so why don't you both roll a d6?
Oh, great.
This is funny to me.
And we'll just split it up 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. If you roll the same, you end up at the same place. Okay.
1.
5.
You're at different
Funny.
place.
Okay.
So you find, are you looking upscale or
like not like bottom tier, but like definitely not upscale. Like
Okay. Like 15.
yeah,
Sure.
20.
20. Okay.
Gavin's
enough, fair
version
enough.
of well, not Haru's version of well drinks.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yes. What do you mean Kettle One isn't in the So you find this place. Let's say it's actually one of those silent clubs
Oh,
where everybody's given like 2 little earpieces when you walk in. And they have it so it's zoned. So there's like different musical acts at the 4 cardinal points of this club, right? And it depends on which zone you walk into what you hear. And it just blends, like when you're transitioning through it, just like a DJ is just taking 2 sliders and blending it across. So the place, it's dimly lit, but it's got like what light there is this is very specific. You remember the old people mover bit that goes into Tron?
yes.
So it's that kind of light pattern that just swirls through the ceiling over and over again. For those of you at home, it was this whole thing that made it seem like you were going into the Tron world back in the 80s at Disneyland. Yeah, it was great. It was the coolest part
Yeah,
of that ride.
I love that ride.
And I still miss it to this day.
You're right.
So it's that kind of light pattern, but it does interesting things because as it moves from one section of the ceiling to the next, it switches timing to match whatever's playing.
Oh, okay.
So as it swirls around, it's like different light beats kind of going on.
Love that.
You are able to just lose yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Is your intent to take somebody home?
I mean, my intent is to find a dark room here.
Okay.
That kind of, yeah, just loudest quadrant of the club.
And that's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally do that. I just wanted to know if there was going to be a stranger in your house.
Oh, no.
That's all I was asking. Cool. So you can get your resolve back.
Hooray. How much resolve?
How much are you missing?
Well, I well, yeah, I'm completely maxed out on resolve. I have 3 resolve normally, and I've used all 3.
Right, so you can get 3 back.
Okay.
That's fine.
Nice.
I miss
Yeah.
my resolve.
Yeah, I missed that for you.
But you're so much healthier now.
So much
What
healthier.
are you gonna do with all of that health?
Not die.
Maybe.
Not die.
All right. You go to your brother's club.
Yes.
He's standing out front,
Walks
checking
up,
IDs and letting
leans up
people
against
in.
the wall next to him. Just doesn't say anything, just stands there for a second.
Sure. And-
Her arm is still bleeding. It's like she has
Like
not
you
done
didn't do
first
anything
aid.
for it. Okay.
No.
I think he's probably like, do you need help?
Yeah, you got some duct tape or something.
Um,
Andy.
I'm sure we can find something. Hang on. And he just puts the rope up and he's like, just come with me. He takes you inside and walks you to like an office behind the coat check area, and breaks out a basic first aid kit.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give you your health back,
Fair enough.
but you're not bleeding anymore
Sure.
and you've begun to heal.
Okay.
Right. So give it like the next 2 shifts, you'll get a point back each time.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you'll be fine. Because it was just a flesh wound. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, is everything okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
Not my favorite day of work ever, but it's not the worst I've ever had, you know?
I mean, it's a day you walk away from, right?
Yep. Your girl didn't walk away. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get her out. By the time we found her, she had a hostage that was unconscious and injured. And she was broken. It was
Okay.
bad. Not the kind of thing you can come back from, you know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate the try. Did anybody else get caught up?
She pulls out the dog tags, hands it to him. I don't recognize the name or the team, but maybe you do. He was, I guess, one of the Aurelians guys. They had a few posted up
Oh, okay.
defending the safe house. He got in my way.
Okay. Let's see. Nah. I didn't know.
Okay.
So
But she'll take the dog tags back. Just like, I'll ask around and see if I can find his people, get these to him.
yeah. It's a shame, but at least it didn't go wrong for anybody else involved.
Nobody else. The other guy got stood down. He was smart.
All right.
But comes with the job, you know.
So if I ask you to try and help people in the future, I don't mean get yourself shot.
I
Okay?
didn't try to get myself shot. I was trying to sneak up on the guy to choke him out so I didn't have to kill him. But my fucking teammate, we tried to get help. It didn't work. She rolls her eye.
Oh, he's probably not. He's like, has it ever worked? Like,
It worked twice, all right?
okay, all right.
But it worked really good those 2 times. This time, not so much.
Well, like, you know, every streak has to come to an end, I guess.
Try not to get shot in the future. But yes, if you have people that need help, I'm willing to help. But they gotta be on their way out of town. None of this making a mess on the way.
Look, I thought she was supposed to be on her way. Like,
Yeah.
and the people that I knew just knew the people trying to get her out of town.
I know.
So, yeah, I will try not to get wrapped up with people on a rampage in the future, I promise.
Same. It's not my favorite.
And he's like, come on. We both need a drink.
Yeah. She's like, I'm getting a commendation though.
Hey!
We solved 2 crimes. Plus I got this gun.
Oh, you did.
You brought the gun to the nightclub.
Worse.
I forgot entirely. Carrying around a full-ass assault rifle. Like, it is not concealed at all. It's just there. There's probably other club goers that are like,
Don't worry, I'm the bouncer.
Mm,
I'm the backup bouncer. That's probably what she tells me.
letting the bleeding rifle holding person in.
Yes. It's all good. It's all good.
Normal.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh.
so I think he probably just goes behind the bar and like swipes a bottle of whiskey and brings it out. And he's just like, come on. And he completely neglects letting people in the door for like 30 minutes.
They can wait.
Yeah, it's
Oh
fine.
my god.
The place is full enough. Nobody's gonna notice. All right. So you can have your result back.
Awesome.
Haru is gonna go do some bad things. Haru is gonna go to a nightclub where they know that people hate replicants.
Oh, okay.
And just if someone wants to hit them, they're gonna let them. If someone wants to have sex, they're gonna do that.
All right. Why don't you? Why don't you just roll empathy?
3.
You find a club, and even the bouncer out front probably has like a tattoo on his arm that lists the various models of replicant over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and with like they're crossed out all the way down to like Nexus 9, and then and then it has like the ellipses afterwards.
Sure.
And you get into the club, and they have it's probably a little bit like the country bar. I'm not saying country western music is a problem. I'm just saying
Yes.
it's like that from the Blues Brothers.
Uh-huh.
So they have like a couple of replicant dancers, but they're behind chicken wire.
Yeah.
And people just finish their beers and throw the bottles up there to see like if they can get it to shatter and cut somebody. That's what their excitement is in here. It's just a gross place.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of the night, you find your way into any situation you want. Just roll a d6 for me.
5.
Okay. You can get all your resolve back, but you lose 1 point of health.
That seems right.
But it's all superficial. You're not.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's pretty good. The next shift, which is going to be like late morning, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shift 2.
That was like at 6 a.m. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's great.
I do at 6 a.m. apparently.
Drinking whiskey in the morning, getting my bullet holes patched up.
That's
Getting-
very cartoonish, like you drink the whiskey and it just comes out the whole ground.
So this next session, this next shift, you can spend any promotion points or humanity points you have.
Ooh.
Because I know you're supposed to spend a shift training, so this is that shift. We can do that.
Okay.
We can. You will all get just like a hazard pay stipend. So you can all have 2 Shinyen points paid.
It's more than I started this game with.
Same.
Along with like you all get not another award, not another commendation, but you all get a positive note in your file. You get a message from the deputy chief that's basically like, good job, Wallace is satisfied, they're off my ass, therefore I'm not on your ass anymore. So congratulations. Let's see what comes up next.
Cool.
So, does anybody need help spending points?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's figure that out.
If it helps, I'm probably looking at spending humanity points. I spent
I do
promotion
have
points
more
last time.
humanity than promotion. Yeah.
For humanity, that one's easy. For D to C, it's 5. You can only spend it on skills.
Okay.
D to C is 5. C to B is 10. B to A is 15.
Okay.
D to C is 5. B to A is.
B to A is 15. You have to spend it each time, too.
Do we have to pick one or the other?
No,
Okay.
Okay.
like we're just gonna
Awesome.
take this shift as a spend all whatever you want.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's fine.
All right. Let's. Trying to decide between tech and hand-to-hand combat.
Hmm.
Depends on how much you want to hang out with me.
Right?
Got hand to hand covered.
Well, hand to hand makes sense with the revelation of
It does.
Yeah, with your newest special spiciness.
yeah. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do hand to hand to see. Okay. If I remember correctly, promotion points you can spend 5 to get a new specialty, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
They can also be translated into Shinyan points,
I might.
or you can hang on to them to just kind of spend as a currency to get favors mid-case.
Nice. And then if we want gear, we just purchase it with Shinyan points. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, if it's something that you could get from the police, you could spend promotion points
Okay.
instead. Same price, basically.
Gotcha.
Just if it's like a, something that would be issued to police officers
Yeah.
in some situations, you can cash in those favors to get one
Got
for
it.
yourself. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk about a completely off-topic,
Love
not
it.
in-game idiotic thing.
Yes.
So, in my family, we have had this tradition for 30 plus years of a incredibly ugly Christmas decorated frog
Sure.
stuffed animal. And here, I will demonstrate this to the crowd.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah, it's very old, and it used to make ribbiting of Christmas carols.
Oh, wow.
But the
Too.
batteries are long dead
Okay.
and
That's a
not
mercy.
been replaced. Yeah, it is. It is a mercy for all of us. So this dumb frog is given to someone in the family every year, and we have to take it places and take pictures and buy it little presents, and we assemble sort of a we call it the travel log of the frog, and this frog has been to like 34 countries now and has been, it still has the pin on here from the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. It has this little jean jacket thing that was made for it by somebody. There's a pair of actually made by native Alaskan mucklucks that were made for the size of these feet.
Wow.
This frog has been all over the place and done all kinds of silly things. It's my year with the frog this year, so I'm holding this up on camera so that this is the frog's first time on Twitch.
Wow.
So I'm going to screen grab this and print it out and put it in the book for later. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. And it all started because we had one relative that bought this frog for my cousin, who is a hilarious guy. And he got it because my aunt remembered, he loved frogs when he was a kid. He had a pet frog for a time. So, of course, he would want this Christmas frog, which he did not in any way enjoy the idea of a Christmas Carol ribbiting frog. So he got this present and was very courteous and said thank you. Then he walked out of the room where we're all opening presents from everyone, goes in the back of the house, wraps it back up in different paper, puts somebody else's name on it, and comes back out and sneaks it under the tree. It then goes to another relative the same day, who opens it up and looks at it like, what the hell? Did we all get these? What? And then that started the joke,
Cute.
and then that evolved into, now we have these photo albums of the places the frog has been and seen, and it's wild. The frog travels the world. So while they're spending points, that was a perfect opportunity for me to do that little segue. Yeah, it was pretty funny on the same day. Everybody just thought it was the funniest thing ever because everybody was confused as to why this Christmas frog was a present. But yeah, it's a lot. So this year is my year. I also completely neglected to take it out to Ren Fair, where I am for 7 weekends in the spring. I should have done that, and I did not. I forgot. So I brought it tonight because I'm passing it off to Joey so that the boggards can take pictures with it this weekend at a private
Oh,
game.
that's funny.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
Mind you, we won't be in fair gear. We'll be
Doesn't
in.
matter. Just whatever.
Oh, it's gonna be
Fine.
great.
Remind me how many promotion points we spend for a specialty?
5.
5. Okay, that's what I thought.
Going with protected.
You're taking something functional. I'm getting a hip flask.
Of course you
I
are.
feel like that's correct.
But I also feel this is very Gavin,
Oh yeah. Gavin especially needs it right now.
right?
That isn't a bad idea to just put on my fair gear and go out to the Santa Fe Dam and take pictures.
Yes, I definitely took
No
this
one will know.
as unfair.
I think I'm gonna take hardened, which increases your resolve by 1.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Thought about taking that and then to something less function.
Does Hip Flask have a mechanical
Yes.
listed effect?
Yes.
Without looking it up?
Every shift I can drink from it and relieve a point of stress.
Oh, okay.
That is actually really good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, listen, Haru's not great, so I figured that was mechanically the correct thing. And then I'm also taking a point in a level up in stealth.
Nice.
Cool.
So the next time I'm in a dangerous situation, I can hide.
2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll leave that promotion point. I was gonna use one of my promotion points to get some more Shinyan, but I remembered that I have cash flow, which gives me +1 Shinyan anyway.
Ta-da.
Okay, I think I'm all
Then
gussied up.
Everybody's solid?
Looking at gear real
Not
quick.
yet.
Okay. No worries. No
I'm gonna
worries.
decide what kind of armor I want.
Oh, do you want these initiative cards back?
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Give you the phone back to him.
And the apartment.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh,
going back there anytime soon, I hope.
No.
I mean, you can. Nobody's living there.
Yikes.
The furniture was pretty nice.
It's true.
You can keep it on your list of places if you need to crash.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Might be better than sleeping in your car.
Hmm.
By the way, Mr. Tyrell's first name was Royal.
Royal?
Royal
I fucking hate that guy.
Oof. Glad I didn't know that. Might have
He's a,
saved it.
he's a royal. All right.
Actually, one of the popular first names of our era,
Yeah, that sounds right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is it five humanity points for skills?
Yeah.
First,
Or-
For a new specialty.
for it's
No,
for-
no, 5 promotion points for a new specialty.
Right.
For the
And then
skills,
for-
it's that
yeah,
different.
So
thing.
it's D to C is 5, C to B is 10, B to A is 15.
Yeah.
You have to pay for each of them.
Right. Okay.
So how does the armor work? Like it has ratings, but doesn't say how much damage it resists.
What page?
It's on page 188 or 184. Sorry.
Close enough.
The armor rules are on 71.
That's a weird place.
That's where all the damage stuff is.
Maddie. I think its rating is what it reduces damage by.
That would make sense. Kinda.
Okay.
It does give you disadvantage on certain rolls indicated by the gear list.
Mhm. Yeah, it usually reduces stealth and other.
The
and, like,
effectiveness of the
mobility.
piece of armor is represented by its armor rating, which goes from A to D. You can only wear 1 suit of armor. When you take damage, roll 2 base dice of the type indicated by your armor rating.
Ah, okay.
Each success you roll decreases the damage suffered by a
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay.
If the damage is reduced to 0, the armor will even stop a critical injury.
Cool. So I'm gonna take a police undershirt armor. It's a rating of C, and it gives you disadvantage to mobility and stealth.
Okay.
And it costs 1 promotion point.
Oh, nice. I should look at gear. Little tissue paper person.
And then I'm gonna increase my stealth with my humanity points.
Nice.
Awesome. I still have money.
I like how they included zip ties.
Yeah.
Here as like equipment, but they're just free.
They're incidental.
It's like when you like they're like the little mints on a
Yeah.
desk. You can just
So
take
many
some
zip ties.
That's not ominous at all.
Ooh, I am tempted to buy some grenades.
That would never be a problem. I can't foresee any number of ways that
How could that go wrong?
It's gonna get us all killed. Aren't you? Just gonna get killed and have fun.
Cost 2? I got 2. Do we have to purchase things in like a specific shift?
no,
Okay.
like as far as I'm are the grenades listed as like police issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in LAPD resources.
So you could pick that up pretty much any time.
Okay, great.
It would be like I wouldn't even make you take a shift to swing by headquarters.
Yeah.
As long as you're mobile, like if you're like actively engaged into combat, you're not gonna be like, I'm buying some
No.
grenades.
I need it now.
Yeah.
They don't teleport to you. But
No, that makes sense.
other than that, you could arrange for them.
Duly noted.
Everything that I'm looking at, I'm like, I'm not gonna
Ooh,
have
a
that at
spine.
home. Haru should grow a spine. That's not happening anytime soon.
You can just get one installed.
Beat me by 1 second.
Trust me, if the augments that they have don't give them a spine, that's not gonna help very
Mm-mm.
much.
All right.
Awesome.
So, does that settle everybody pretty much?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I can reach over here and close up this book.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I can reach down here and pick up this book.
Binder.
Woo!
I will say, super props to Free League. Like, I don't say that enough, but I just got in my email today a bonus PDF that was going to be one of the stretch goals to the Kickstarter, but they didn't quite get to the level they put it at. They made a little one anyway and sent it out to us anyhow, and it's just sort of a listing of like street contact characters.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
That's
So
useful.
like Doc Badger's on here, and Coco the coroner, and a couple that you haven't met yet. Dispatch, Jel Shilar, he's still around.
Oh, God,
Oh, great.
that guy.
That fucking guy.
But yeah, I was
Your
like,
friend.
that's pretty cool.
I don't know him.
Okay, Mariah Carey.
Casual.
Well, for tonight, we will just continue on the same shift sheet. I'll make a new one for everybody for next time. I thought I had printed
Oh,
out.
We have
We
an
have a
extra
second
one.
one.
Yeah, we have a
Oh,
second
did I
one.
give you a second one?
Yeah.
Great. Then
Pat
I'm
Dave.
ahead.
What did we call that first case?
Yeah.
Electric Dreams, we can call it. That was the official title.
Oh yeah, that's our. You gave it to us at some point. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Ah.
On to the next key.
So, you finish up getting some new equipment and training and getting all set and together, and you can kind of tell there's sort of a little bit of a buzz about the fact that, oh, look, these detectives managed to A, stop a rampaged ex-cop, and B, managed to solve the killing of another cop by some annoying, anti-replicant person. Because the feeling around the office, they're mostly positive about the replicants in the department at this point. Because they're performing well, you included. Not that the rest of the department really knows about you guys, but you two are obvious.
We're
What?
subtle.
So subtle.
So, but in general, like there hasn't been an issue yet. Things are going well. A lot of the cops that are feeling positive about it are just happy to have additional manpower. Like when we try and do this job and there's only 50 of us, if now there could be 100 of us, somebody else is footing the bill, that's great. Let's do this. So in general, you get a couple of people that give you the thumbs up, somebody will hold the door for you today that maybe
Whoa.
didn't yesterday, that kind of feel. Of course, there's still some people that are standoffish. And then there's a couple that you're pretty sure it's sort of a situation that's jealousy, maybe. You all got a commendation, including replicants got a commendation. Why didn't I get any kind of a bonus? I helped with the case. I was that guy standing outside the snake pit the first day. I got nothing. That kind of vibe a little bit. But you all get pinged on your KIAs by dispatch that you all have a priority case has come up. Normally we would try and rotate this to another team, but with your great success, someone asked for you all to work this case. And dispatch even kind of shakes her head and goes, I don't know. But if you would be so kind, proceed to this address at your earliest convenience. It is an active crime scene. It has been locked down at the moment, but when you arrive, please make a report and we'll begin this process.
Any indications of what kind of crime was committed?
It's definitely a murder. Early reports indicate that it wasn't quiet. You'll have to go see. No, it's not at the snake pit again.
I haven't killed him yet. Relax. Give me time.
You get an address that is level 236
Oh.
of a tower that's known generally as UN Tower.
Ooh.
So the UN is sort of the last remaining vestiges of actual functioning government on the planet, and technically has the power to even regulate the big corporations. But as always, money talks. So they kind of get away with a lot of things. But in theory, the UN can do a lot. And it's a mega tower that's sort of west of downtown, in the area that would be like, in our real world would be like West Hollywood-ish. Not all the way out to like coastal cities or.
Like south of the 101.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not quite all the way out to, Hollywood proper. Like.
Yeah.
Like Pacific Palisades, kind of?
No.
Like
No?
Hollywood
West part of
Forever
Maine.
Cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That area for sure. You're all authorized to take a spinner. You have landing permission for the tower.
Everyone gets a very, very salty message. I didn't realize floors went up that high.
And you would know that UN Tower is like 250 floors.
Hmm.
So this is significantly high.
Yeah.
You get a message back that just says you get vertigo? Question mark.
Watch out for
Well,
nosebleeds.
We'll find out. Take it a spinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Spinner.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No one's gonna see you get out. It's gonna be fine.
There's a lot of floors to walk up.
Well, I wouldn't be on walking the floors. I would just I'd be behind you guys. It would take me a little longer.
It wouldn't even. You have that thing.
I have the gutter rat. I know. Yeah, I'll take a
Takes you much
spinner for
longer.
now.
But for sure. You're flying across the city. It is just sheets of rain, right? Even the spinner windshield wiper is not. It's not like nobody's doing it. It feels like someone's with a fire hose standing in front of your spinner, just aimed at the windshield, and the little thing is just wiping back and forth and not doing a great job. But the spinner seems to know where it's going, so that's great. As you come in, you swing behind this mega structure, and it blocks the rain for a second. And you see that you are coming in for a landing on this roof landing area. But it's not exposed to the elements. It's sort of like there's a hollow bit around the top of the tower, so you would fly in like it's semi like a carport, right? So it's not a walled off garage, but your spinner flies right in and settles on one of many pads up here, because these buildings are huge and tall. They're not just tiny skyscrapers.
Good.
Okay. And when you exit your spinner, you're greeted by very formally dressed, looks like private security officer, but they're not wearing like tactical stuff. It's somebody that's wearing a very nice pressed suit that fits well, is tailored, but tailored in a way that they can still move. And they kind of look at all of you as you arrive and say, "Thank you for coming so quickly. We've had an incident. One of our residents appears to have been killed in a mysterious circumstance."
What was your name?
Starting already.
You're a people person.
Can't help it.
Let's go with Aaron. Erin,
Oh.
not Aaron.
I was already Ron was on my page.
Aaron. Mambus. Like the snake with an S on the end.
Nice. We're in LA.
And introduces themselves as UN security.
What can you tell us about the incident?
Was discovered by cleaning staff in her apartment
How often did they clean?
daily.
Are they still on the premises?
Yes. Mhm.
Just make sure everybody heard that, right?
The very low flying
Yeah.
airplane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it wasn't in the headphones. We're good.
Yep.
No,
We're
It was like a weird moment of like,
good.
Something gone
Deep
horribly wrong with
immersion.
this.
no one is reacting. Have I gone insane?
It was just another spinner landing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Don't worry
fine.
about
We're good. It's fine. We're all fine here now.
Who was she that she lives here?
One of our UN district judges.
Oh.
Did she live alone?
Yes.
And who was the last person that saw her?
I have no idea.
When was the last time you saw her?
Oh, it's probably been months.
Do you have
We don't
security
interact.
footage?
We have security footage for the lower floors. For our upper floor residents, their discretion is more important to them.
Of course.
What
Absolutely.
restrictions on access to these floors are there?
If there's an unauthorized landing, the access points from the roof terrace here will automatically seal. The building is armed, and they kind of point up in the corners of this garage, and you see like full ass RoboCop turrets that are there. They're not moving around, but they're there, and they could arm themselves and fight off intruding force. There is no access to that area from the lower levels without the resident themselves biometrically interacting with the VIP elevator. As same with the apartments. They are all accessed biometrically.
Are there any cameras visible in the hangar?
There are not pointed into the hangar, but around the perimeter. So they're recording incoming and
Yeah.
outgoing.
Do you keep logs of those and they point to the exterior pointed cameras?
Yes.
Can we get those?
We log all incoming and outgoing spinners.
Yeah.
I'm not authorized to provide copies of the footage, but I'm happy to provide you with the previous evening's log of comings and goings.
Who would you need to speak to get copies of that footage?
I would have to talk to the sergeant at arms.
Great. Can't wait to meet them.
We can begin with the log for now.
I would
Cool.
recommend that.
Perhaps we should begin with the scene of the crime.
That too.
Yep.
But- I'm happy to prepare that and send it on to you.
Thank you.
You also, I assume, record logs of the biometric scans for the residents coming up and down.
Yes, of course.
We'll take that too.
Certainly.
Will you take us to the crime scene?
Yes, right this way. And they escort you over to an elevator, and it's a very large elevator. It's like one of those big cargo elevators, but very nice. It's not at all, it doesn't have those blankets attached to the walls or
Yeah.
anything. It's all shiny chrome, everything inside.
Could live inside this thing.
Yeah, the floor has like
My closet is bigger than this thing.
plush woolen carpet. So even just stepping from the tarmac of the garage onto the carpet, you like sink a little bit. In the carpet, it actually says like right by the door, like it's the date, the day,
Oh my god.
and it seems like that's replaced every day.
I love that. Come on, cruise ship.
Wow.
Yeah. And the carpet is spotless.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's got.
Changed every day.
Question as we're entering the elevator.
Mhm.
How many elevators are there from the platform?
It looks like there's 4, like 2 on either end.
Okay.
So whichever side you land on, you can get to one pretty quickly.
No signs of kind of scuffing or anything on the sides of the elevator. It looks pretty pristine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And just walking in, like it's shiny enough in there that it looks like a mirror, but it's just like hyper polished stainless steel look kind of thing. And you all get in, and Aaron reaches over and like holds up a hand in front of a scanner, and then says 236, and the elevator closes and whisks you downward, just for a moment. It's apparently very quick. But the acceleration and deceleration is cushioned. You know, as they say about like Rolls-Royce motor cars, they have no sense of urgency, but they don't have, like, for example, they don't have a tachometer, right? It has a power reserve meter that goes from 100 down to 0. So as you accelerate, it tells you how much the engine has left to give. But the whole idea is it wafts you down the road.
Oh my god.
And that's the way this elevator feels. The door opens and you're in a hallway with that goes in both directions from where you come out. And Aaron starts going off to the right. The hallway itself is also lavishly decorated, right? Every door has a pair of shrubs in front of them and a little alcove space. So the door isn't right on the hallway. It's set back a little ways. And there's two. And every apartment seems to have different, like, topiary shapes cut into these little shrubs. So you go by a place that's got, you know, a pair of dolphins. Another house has various, you know, one's just angular geometric shape.
I'm assuming they're real shrubs.
It smells like it.
Okay.
How many apartments are on this floor?
From what you can see, probably about 10
Okay.
from this elevator access.
I'm guessing if we want to come back to the crime scene, we're going to need your...
Well, you could just call me and I'm happy to bring you in.
Okay. Just making sure I know how to get in and out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you get to a door, and this door, the two shrubs out front are just perfect rectangles. Like someone comes here with like a set of tiny scissors and trims it so that they're just perfectly rectangularly shaped. And the door itself looks like it's made out of wood.
Oh. This is rich even for me. Fuck.
And Aaron steps up to the door and holds a hand up to a scanner to the side. And the door latch clicks and they push open this door that swings open. Inside this apartment, it's like the interior design fever dream of black and chrome from the 80s.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is shades of, like, there's a couple of pops of color in various places, like a brown leather chair. But almost everything inside is shades of gray or chrome. Let me find the right page. And as you step through the door, across this large room that you step into, there's a wall that spins to life with like a holographic living wall of like ferns and plants and stuff. It spins up and illuminates. So I did not have time to get these input into the
There you go.
That's it.
the thing, but there's an example of this interior,
Wow.
and I'll pass it around so you guys can see.
Fancy.
How often are the topiaries outside tended to?
Daily.
Did anybody
Cleaning
report
staff.
anything odd about the topiaries in front of this apartment?
No. The report we got from the cleaning staff was that they had begun cleaning, and it wasn't until they got to the primary bathroom that they discovered.
And cleaning staff cleans daily?
Yes. And they've been employed for years now.
Where's the bathroom?
Right this way. And
I know. Like, I want to stay here. Nice.
Mm,
there might be an opening if you have enough money.
I'm working on it.
My 2 chin yen points.
This is where I find a new partner, and they're really wealthy. Because that's the only option for me.
So they walk you through, and this place is just, as you walk past the leather chair, it smells like real leather.
Mm.
The views out the window are just that sheeting rain off the exterior, but even then, it's not bright. Like, there's no neighboring building that's this tall, so there's no brightly lit advertisements or anything. It's just like at middle of the day, it's cloudy, but you actually get a sense that the sun's shining. And it's not virtually lit coming in the windows. But you get to it's a set of double doors up the stairs, and he opens both doors, and inside there's just a gorgeous master bedroom, and he walks across. They walk across, excuse me, and gets to the just open archway that leads into a bathroom, which looks like this.
Whoa.
It's like
Wow.
a gym.
And it's larger than most places that you've ever been,
Yeah.
just for the bathroom.
An infinity pool in the bathroom?
Yeah, right up to the edge of the glass.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And there's a glassed off steam room and
Yeah.
that freestanding tub by the window as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like raw rock column. It's fine.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay.
But as you walk in, looking around the room, your eyes kind of finally get to a full length mirror, and you see a woman standing there, right against the mirror. Only you realize it's only half a person, and they're pressed up against the mirror, so it makes it look like a whole person. The
Cool.
example of that I kind of have is the more recent addition to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride,
Oh.
where they put in it's just a mirror down the middle, and on one side it's a pirate's face, and on the other side it's a skull. So as you drive past it in your little boat, you kind of see that.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is a woman. She's got nice hair. She looks fairly put together, but is stark naked and just propped against it, like one leg kind of pushing against the mirror. And Aaron kind of gestures there, and then gestures to the tub, wherein lies the other half of this person. And there's a surprising lack of blood.
Next question.
As you get to the tub, you see that the remaining half, it looks almost like cauterization. So something very hot likely did the cutting. But aside from that, there's not really anything out of place. The room looks like nobody's used it.
Was there anything out of place on the way here, like furniture overturned,
Nothing.
something askew? Nothing. Okay.
In the primary bedroom, there were some clothes, but it looked like they had just been thrown on a chaise lounge
Okay.
sort of thing, but it didn't look like,
Not signs of a scuffle.
yeah. And it didn't look like somebody had been going through the place or anything. It just looked like, I've taken off my clothes and thrown them there.
Yeah.
Someone will be along to take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
I am assuming this is our resident.
Yes. This is, feels strange to be making an introduction like this, but this is UN District Judge Amari Belsley. And this is what the cleaning staff walked into. They had made their way through the apartment and got to here and walked in. At first, were very apologetic for walking in on the resident, and then they realized what had happened. They fled the apartment and called security.
So they cleaned up to here.
Yes.
And that includes the master bedroom.
I don't know if they'd completed their work. It's a team that works together, so there's 4 or 5, depending on the day.
When we copied all the data
Mhm.
from Lilith's memory, we copied it onto what, a data crystal?
Yeah.
Did
You
we
each have one.
Okay. Did we? Okay.
I kept mine for me times.
Yeah, I made a copy.
Yeah, mine went
Yeah.
to my house. You have a different set.
Yeah.
You have the weird memories.
The superhero memories.
Yeah.
Weird and superhero. So I just discreetly look for a match around
Oh,
me
interesting.
and the memories on file.
Why don't you roll intelligence, observation or tech, whichever is better.
Oh.
And you get advantage because you have the index
Okay.
that you asked for.
Okay. Observation or I'm gonna push.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do it.
you're all fresh. Why not? Now's the time.
What could
right?
go wrong?
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
This is again. What is this?
That's an 8. You're
The
good.
8. Okay. Thanks. Success. Oh, 2 successes. 7 and 8.
Okay. So I will say that you're browsing through. You don't find any memories that are specifically about cutting someone in half, either direction. But you do find a memory that's about, for lack of a better term, a superhero that can make their hands into like lightsabers,
Cool.
Neat.
right?
Novel.
So like glowing,
Yeah.
like plasma hands, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Okay.
And that might be able to do something like this.
All right. Noted. All right.
Hot hands, TM.
Yeah.
And that I think is a good place to call it for tonight.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Now that we've found our new dead body.
Yeah.
We can pick up not next week, because next week is Halloween, and I will not be able to escape my neighborhood. Because A, I'd like to take my children trick-or-treating because it's fun. And B, I do not think that there's any way I could abandon my house because we will have hundreds of children coming by, and everybody in the house chips in with passing out candy. We set up a table at the end of the driveway because we can't be bothered to have them come up and ring the doorbell that many times. It's a madhouse. So we will be back the week after. So not the 31st, but the 7th?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
6th or 7th, that Tuesday.
It would be the 7th.
Yes. Great.
Yeah, because it's the 31st. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how math works.
Look at that. Look at that. Counting. Yeah, it definitely, it can be scary out there on Halloween in my neighborhood for sure. But also delightful. Like we had a kid that came around in a homemade DJ costume
Oh, sweet.
No.
where they had taken like one of those DJ Hero turntables from the video game.
Yep.
But they had it rigged up to a pair of speakers on their belt,
Nice.
Oh.
and they were playing music.
That's awesome.
And I don't think they were actually DJing anything, but like they were just making the moves. But they had
Yeah.
lined everything with those like glow bracelet
Yeah.
material. So every edge, it looked like a Tron DJ walking
That's
around the
Love
neighborhood.
that.
Nice.
It was super
Very
cool.
cool.
Anyway, so you'll be able to catch us on the 7th then. We'll be back here then. I hope everyone has a wonderful, happy, safe Halloween and all the other days in between. If you want to catch me, I will be on the 30th back on Twitch doing my Dave the Diver stream on Monday. We have managed to reunite the lost merfolk with the mer village.
Nice.
We have managed to save a baby whale that had been trapped in a cave somehow. Who knows?
Tides.
Adventures. This next episode will involve, we're going to have a big marlin party that I've collected some marlin to serve up as sushi, and people will pay extra. So I'm excited about that. And now the gratitude of the merfolk has given me a mirror that can teleport me to their village anytime I want.
Oh.
Ooh.
And then apparently I can do favors for merfolk and get
Wow.
presents.
Sushi shop
Nice.
2.
Apparently, yeah. Maybe I could open up a under the sea business too,
Yeah.
which is very disturbing in The Little Mermaid.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
If all the fish are talking to these folks, I'm just a monster.
It's fine. They just eat the dumb ones. It's fine.
So that's me. Let's go around the table. We'll start on this side this time.
Hey everybody, I am Joey. You can find me on all the socials as Feywild, Feywilde, or Feywild85. Same thing, just an 85 after it. You can catch me this Thursday for our final performance of Macbeth at Lone Wolf Brewery in Yorba Linda at 8 o'clock. Come watch me be the baddest bitch in the Shakespearean lexicon. It is so much fun. I love playing her. They're going to pry this role out of my cold, dead hands, which is awkward because I die every show. Spoiler alert. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's all I'm really doing
How dare you.
until caroling season happens, and then I belong to the Christmas elves.
You die in Macbeth?
Yeah. But it's very unclear how she dies, which is weird.
Yeah, it is very unclear.
I like that. All right, the twist. My name's Cousteau. I played Fjor, and you can find me on most socials at Cousteau Magee. And you can, you're welcome to listen to my diatribes about Dungeons and Dragons, while I also write obscure canon races for Dungeons and Dragons. But actually, most of my writing friends are moving on to Pathfinder, so I might talk about that too if you're interested. I love all games equally. Thank you for watching.
Hi everybody, I'm Kai. You can find me on all of the social things as Estelle of Imladris. And you can find me, oh my gosh, on Saturday for the penultimate episode of Arc 1 of the Chaos Protocol on Transplanet RPG, which is an all transgender, people of color led actual play. I will remember it one day. There's a whole spiel there. But we are coming to the end of our first arc where we are finishing our time on the plane of the Wild Sea and things are coming to a head. So come check it out for a fight with maybe the world. And I'm not saying that to be exaggerating. And then coming very soon, I also am GMing for a Halloween special that I think is coming out this weekend for my podcast called The Lore Brewery, where I am running 10 Candles and a special called Hopper's Fall. That's plenty for me for now.
And hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I have been Kestrel, your compassionate end of life care specialist for this episode. You can find me on the internet at Red Pandroid on most of the socials. Right now, my shop is open for a Halloween sale. Stiarnastore.com if you want to go and check out some clothes and accessories with artwork that I've made on it. I also have something very cool to shout out. My good friend and roommate Lillian is starting a new event in LA called Strip Karaoke. There's no singing, but there is pole dancing and sometimes other kinds of dancing. It's on November 11th at the North End in Hollywood. Tickets are on sale now. And you can buy a ticket to come and watch people dance and be awesome, or you can sign up to do your own dance and pick a random song and perform.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I may or may not be doing a belly dance. We'll see. But yeah, check out my socials. I'm going to post links to it. But North End Hollywood on November 11th.
Super rad. Thank you to James in the chat for keeping things safe. Thank you also very much to all the Patreon members that support us and allow us to have some beverages and allow us to have internet access and all of the cameras and microphones so you can hear me zipping up my sunglasses off my head. That was way louder than I thought it was going to be. But I appreciate that. You all help us out. I can't wait until we get to the end of this game, not because I'm in a hurry to get there, but because we'll get to do a debrief episode for all of the Patreon listeners where we don't stream it, we just record it, and then it goes up for them. That's super exciting because there's be a lot of stuff to talk about.
Cannot wait to find out all the things we fully missed and changed.
Yes, many things.
Not a
Right from the
thing.
beginning.
Many things
everything.
did not happen, and other things totally went wildly differently. And that's cool. Like, again, no plan survives contact with the enemy, right?
Ever.
Any GM that's worth anything is not going to try and keep their party so on a prescribed path that it's not fun, right? Because that's terrible for everyone. We've all been there. We've all been in those games, and they all flash in front of our eyes when we think about it.
Well, I got quiet in here for a second.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a sad trauma response. And it wasn't implanted by any creepy lady.
That we know of.
Rough times. Because technically that makes me the last human in the village.
Funny.
So we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Have a good one, everybody. Night.
Good night. Happy Halloween.